for the ones who get it done.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave. I got to tell you, I am so excited to get this decking project started with Trex decking and railings. From the first time I stepped foot in the showroom last week, I was so impressed. So many color options, heat-resistant composite deck. What does that mean? That means I don't have to do any maintenance on it whatsoever. They even have a deck designer, so you can go online and see what your dream deck will look like on your house. Just visit Trex, that's Trex.com to get it started. Tell them Carmichael Dave sent you.
Business moves fast, and so do we. At Bank of Marin, we team up with businesses in the greater Sacramento area to help you drive the lane and score big. With dedicated relationship bankers and local decision-making, we help you move quickly, whether you're upgrading equipment, buying your next building, streamlining cash flow, or fueling growth. From expansion to investment, we're ready to help you win. Bank of Marin, your local business bank. Visit us at bankofmarin.com. Member FDIC.
Spring is here, and there's really nothing better than hitting the open road in a new Honda. Whether you're shopping new or pre-owned, Stockton Honda has the selection and savings, plus get top dollar for your trade. And while life's roads are often filled with bumps, buying from Stockton Honda couldn't be smoother. Wherever the road you travel might lead, Stockton Honda is happy to get you there. Come in today or go to StocktonHonda.com.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
Capital Casino is conveniently located in downtown, 411 16th Street, and has been a part of the greater Sacramento area for over 20 years. They offer the best variety of games in the region in a safe and friendly environment, and there's plenty of parking, all well lit and monitored by security. Come have a great meal at the cafe and restaurant inside. Capital Casino has the best food, the best service, and the best action. But please always remember to gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
Only one radio program captures the excitement of hunting and fishing as it happens. The award-winning California Sportsman with Sep Hendrickson. Only California Sportsman takes you where the action is. Live on the water, live in the blind, and live with the top pros and experts in outdoor sports. California Sportsman with Fishing Hall of Famer Sep Hendrickson is your premier destination for all things outdoors. Sep's Saturday Morning Outdoors. Ultimate Bass and California Sportsman, 5 a.m. to 8 a.m. Saturdays on Sacktown Sports 1140.
If your business depends on reliable vehicles, it's time to upgrade your fleet at myelkgrovechevrolet.com. We specialize in fleet pricing, bulk discounts, and fast approvals, so your team stays on the road and on the job. From work, trucks, and vans to fuel-efficient sedans and SUVs, we have the inventory, service, and financing to keep your business moving. Call or visit myelkgrovechevrolet.com today and ask about exclusive fleet savings. myelkgrovechevrolet.com. Driving business forward.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
Sacktown Sports 1140.
It's Matt George and Kayla Anderson. Online at SacktownSports.com or on the app. Kings, Niners, and Sacramento. The Matt and Kayla Show starts now.
All right, I'm about to totally Carmichael Dave the start of this show by reacting to something that literally I just saw on social media. So there's a video, apparently last night, a Delta Airlines flight to Atlanta. During takeoff, the engine caught fire.
Oh, jeez.
And so I'm watching the video, and people are just like screaming.
Yeah,
while,
I was like, what are you watching?
And now I think from what I understand, I haven't watched the whole video, but the pilot just kind of turns around and re-lands the plane. But the people were just screaming the whole time.
Sure.
Now, listen, easy to comment on a probably pretty frightening situation while I'm here,
right,
sitting
not
comfortably.
on fire.
Not on fire. I am on the second floor, so it's a little bit high up, but not crazy. But I hate when people just scream and do not participate in anything helpful. Like, I don't know, maybe when you're in a car and you're not driving and you just start yelling, break, or something like that when you have nothing to do with the situation. Just screaming just makes it worse. There's a video on social media that will come up on my timeline every once in a while of a mom who's in the kitchen and she's recording on her phone while dad and son are baking something.
Okay.
And this like toddler son. And dad opens the oven and has the pan in his hands, and little toddler starts walking towards the oven to like, ooh, what is this?
Touch it.
Like, yep, classic toddler behavior. And mom is holding the camera going, babe, get the baby. Doesn't stop recording.
Okay, now that's ridiculous.
While dad has hands full of things, so dad has to put it down and stop the baby, which he does. Everybody's fine. Just like, what? Do
she's
nothing.
Even recording the incident, which is also very weird that she wouldn't drop her phone and run over.
You do
to
nothing.
Grab the toddler.
Don't yell, do something. And if you're in an airplane, I understand you can't really do anything, but just screaming your head off.
So here. Then I want to get your judgment real quick on a situation that happened to me this weekend.
Oh,
by the way, a very serious situation that involved my dog, who is a red Labrador.
Yep.
So, the red lab, Red is his name. No, it's not because it's a red lab. It's named after the Shawshank Redemption, obviously character. If you've seen Shawshank.
Oh.
So, anyways, Red, when he goes on walks, he's on a leash, all that stuff, la la la.
Of course.
He's very well behaved. He does not go out of the yard. He does not run off. That's just not his, MO. So I'll let him out real quick to go potty in the front yard once in a while. Just, little quick pee, whatever. So going quick pee before bed, and he is in the front yard going down the steps, and all of a sudden there is a big old Rottie that is walking.
Rottweiler.
Yeah, being walked.
Such good dogs.
Red goes over and wants to say hi. And the two have, I think, briefly met before, but not face-to-face. Red goes over, wants to say hi. Roddy gets very territorial, even though it's, he's just walking.
Yep.
And Roddy goes after Red.
Uh-oh.
And I, being mom, like, clearly I'm saying, no, no, no. I'm not screaming and yelling, but I'm screaming, no, 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 and I'm in the middle of these two.
Yes, you're doing something.
And
you're being proactive.
I didn't even think about my life in that situation. I probably could have gotten very badly hurt, but my instinct, like as a probably having a baby or a kid, which I don't have, was save my dog.
Yeah, get in the middle of it.
So I got in the middle of it. Now, I was yelling.
Of course.
But I was also taking action.
Well, that you're being proactive, and yelling while being proactive is completely different. If you're just sitting there watching two dogs fight and going, no, stop, no.
Yeah, couldn't do that.
You have to get involved. But also, if you're yelling to get separate dogs or tell a dog down or no or go away or get or whatever, like yelling is a normal human response. So I understand, again, like if you're on a plane and all of a sudden the engine catches fire, you go, oh God. Like, but at that point, like, okay,
it's not going to
now
help to keep
let me
screaming.
turn to a kid and console a kid, or let me talk to, like, what's going on? Is everything okay? But just screaming over and over again for a minute straight is just like,
I get what you're saying.
Other responses for other people. I know traumatic experience. I've never been anything like that. But I also have been in planes where, like, I've been through some decently rough turbulence, which personally doesn't bother me. I love to fly.
You hear like a oh or a who.
Well, no, it's a every bump. It's like, calm down.
Now, do babies get a pass?
Yes, they're babies.
Okay,
I personally,
well, they are humans.
Listen, grow up, baby. Stop yelling about an engine failure.
Be proactive.
I've had experiences of baby crying on plane. I've had experiences like that, and I understand to people it's torture. I get it. It doesn't bother me.
It doesn't bother me.
And that's being a parent.
Yeah.
Like, because my instant sympathy goes to, because what people don't understand, childless people out there, when baby is yelling or screaming or making a scene in a store or something, nobody, typically, I can't speak for all parents, nobody's more mortified than the parent. And the parent or parents are trying to do everything in their power to calm the situation. That's why you'll see parents pick the kid up, go outside, stuff like, well, hey, guess what you can't do on a plane? You can't walk out the door.
Yeah.
So you're kind of in it.
Yeah.
And a lot of times it leads to strangers trying to help out however they can, or just put on noise-canceling headphones and shut the hell up. Let the baby's gonna baby.
Look,
okay.
It's annoying, yes, but I understand, and I never, make it about the parents or the baby. I mean,
Sure.
it is what it is.
It is annoying, for sure.
It is what it is, though.
It's not a fun sound.
It's the risk you get as other risks you take when you get on a plane.
By the way, Red is okay. Yes?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He is okay. So that's the good thing.
Good.
And look, it was nobody's real fault.
No, it's just
it
dogs.
was two males that were territorial.
Dogs being dogs.
That's how it happens sometimes. But everyone was good.
Well, that's good.
But I wanted to prove a point that at least if I was going to be yelling, I was at least doing something.
Mm-hmm. Kayla, you have grounds to yell about something today in a I told you so, puff out your chest, hype yourself up, because air quote one-hit wonder Cal Raleigh's one hit was a walk-off single to beat the Yankees last night in Seattle. I'm sure you're gonna have some things to say to our good friend Alan Stiles during crosstalk at the end of the show.
Of course.
But anything you'd just like to just get off your chest right now after a little Cal Raleigh walk-off?
Sure. I've caught some heat here lately from Mr. A.S., Mr. Alan Stiles, even from our own producer, Mr. Kyle Ledbetter.
That's true.
They are definitely not Cal supporters, and they have even gone as far as calling him a one-hit wonder. But I'm here to say that, again, he has been a reason why the Mariners are relevant again. And yes, he might not get 60 home runs again. But what I will say is he will help the Mariners win games. And last night was one game. I get it. But he didn't even start in that game. He came off the bench and hit a walk-off. And that's just what Cal does. Like, Cal just clutch. Cal just clutch.
Ice in his veins.
Hashtag clutch Cal.
So he came off the bench because he's not good enough to start?
No, because catchers don't start every day because their knees will fracture.
Isn't that what DH is for?
It's called B-ball. You got to be able to manage a whole season. So
it's true.
Well, technically, he's now a 3-hit wonder because he's 3 for 17 on the season.
See, Kyle's just upset because
I know
the Giants beat the Padres yesterday.
They saw
did?
that.
Yeah, they did.
Well, and his pick'em.
No,
lost.
all of our pick. We'll get to that.
Mine did too.
Our
but,
mini, we all
but
got.
I thought his would dominate.
Wait, the Rockies won?
We'll get to
they dominated.
We'll get to the mini series at the end of the show. We all got smacked. And all three of these games went a very similar fashion.
Very weird.
We'll dive into that later on
Not the Finns.
The
The
Finns.
Finns.
Oh,
The Finns got
boy.
smacked
No.
The Finns got smacked.
By the hot Sox, I should call them.
The Hot Sox.
Not the White Sox, the Hot Sox.
Listen. The Finns are in the baseball conversation today, not for great reasons.
Oh, oops.
Here are some of the attendance numbers from last night.
For Marlins?
So Reds versus Pirates at PNC Park, 13,626. Okay, not a big crowd, a fine crowd. Okay.
That's a pretty small crowd.
Baltimore Orioles versus Rangers, 11,209 fans.
At Rangers?
Well, they have in the tweet Orioles versus Rangers, but the picture is of Camden Yards, so I'm confused if they have the order wrong. It was in Baltimore.
Yeah, so still cold there.
So was the Cincinnati game in Cincinnati? Because they have Reds versus Pirates, which would suggest because the home team comes second, but maybe that game was in Cincinnati.
Cold weather cities.
It was in Cincinnati. Okay. Yep. Makes sense because they have Marlins versus White Sox last night. 6,515.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a lot for a Marlins game.
But that was
6,
in Miami.
6,000 fans, and we're not even a week into the season in Miami. 6,000
Now,
fans.
that's the one that there's no arguing why. Because, like, the other ones, they're in colder areas right now. Those areas are still cold this time of year.
But these are two of the worst franchises in baseball, period, so I understand that. But game freaking 4, and the Marlins were 3-0.
Yeah, and the Marlins, this is just Miami for you, though. Ever since they built that brand new ballpark, it is I think it's one of the least attended ballparks in the country.
It's so crazy to see that ballpark.
It's beautiful, too.
Because it was on fire for the World Baseball Classic, and then just crickets.
And now it's like...
It's just empty.
So the Marlins last year were the lowest attendance in the league, non-Rays and A's, because they're playing in minor league ballparks.
Right.
But it was by a lot, too.
And it makes sense. Like, the Marlins are a dumpster fire. They've been a dumpster fire for a long time, but that's a gorgeous ballpark.
Also, they've, destroyed that team over and over again, and the fan base is like, we're not gonna fall for it again. It's like you blown up multiple World Series teams. You traded Stanton. You traded all these stars. Like, we're not gonna support you anymore.
Would they ever move it?
I think they have a lease until the 2040s.
And the stadium's gorgeous. It's not brand new, but it's relatively new. Like the Marlins aren't going anywhere. They just need to become competent.
They just need new ownership.
I think the Marlins brand is dope.
No, it is.
I think the coloring, the ballpark,
great.
everything there in Florida is perfect for success. It's
but
not.
You got to win to be good. I mean, the Florida Panthers are relevant now, so people go watch ice hockey in sunny Florida.
Baseball is big in Florida. There's no way the Miami Marlins would not do well if they were just simply competent. So it's not like, to me, it's a very different situation from the Tampa Bay Rays, right? The Tampa Bay Rays, their ballpark was in bad shape, and then we know what happened with the Storms, and now they play at a minor league. Where are they
playing now?
They're playing at the Yankees minor league park, or is it their spring training park or their minor league park or whatever? Their spring training park in Florida. And it's a nice ballpark. I mean, it's that's
a bummer, though, that's where they're
but
playing.
Tampa Bay, they were playing in whatever the dome was, sucked.
So this is the funny part about it. So when the Rays were here last year, I talked to some of the Rays reporters, and they were basically like, yes, it's a smaller venue, but it's actually more convenient for people to get to than the old stadium in St. Petersburg.
I believe it. But and the Tampa Bay Rays, when the Tampa Bay Rays have been good, there's been good fan interest, but the Tampa Bay Rays have, in my opinion, and other side of the country, the Tampa Bay Rays are little brother to the Miami Marlins, just like in many ways the A's have been little brother to the Giants, or the Angels have been little brother to the Dodgers. It's just the way it is. So, but there's no I think the Miami Marlins being good would be dope for baseball because it's such a cool brand. We know that fan base down there.
They have to,
suck.
but it's just like LA teams, though.
Tragic.
Because they have so much other stuff to do, you're exactly right. When LA teams are good, their people back them. Unfortunately, when LA teams are not good, their teams are not as willing to back them.
I hate the Angels. Like, I can't stand the Angels, although, funny enough, Angels in the Outfield was like one of my all-time favorite movies growing up. Love
Kevin
that
Costner,
movie.
right?
No.
Matthew McConaughey.
Matthew McConaughey. Yeah,
Matthew McConaughey.
Kevin Costner's Field of Dreams.
Yeah, Field of Dreams.
Mm-hmm.
Also Bull Durham.
I love Bull Durham. Love that movie.
So Kevin Costner was a good guess. You know, your odds on
the
baseball movies are good.
Well, and Susan Sarandon is in Bull Durham.
Isn't Kevin Costner?
She's GOAT.
Isn't he also in The Rookie?
He's in a
No,
ton
that's
of
Dennis
sports.
Quaid.
That's Dennis Quaid. Sorry, Dennis Quaid. Yeah,
but you know, they're basically the same.
Not even remotely close to the same thing, Matt. What the hell are you talking about?
They're interchangeable.
Regardless, I don't like the Angels. Never have liked the Angels. The Angels, I respect the Angels fan base. The Angels fan base is really good. Of course, it helps to have Mike Trout, even though the Angels have completely wasted his career. But it's also low-key Mike's fault. Like, if you wanted to get out of there, you could have had a Shohei Otani type career. Well, in terms of notoriety, because Shohei Otani got the hell out of Orange County and went where the big boys play in LA, and is Shohei freaking Otani. By the way, they had $75 Shohei Otani souvenir cups for sale at Dodger Stadium.
I'm sorry. Are they gold?
I don't. $75 cups that sold out really quickly and fans were upset about, and they're reselling for like $300 online.
I cannot with that.
Dude is a superstar.
Like plastic cups.
I don't know.
I'm assuming they are, or something close.
I imagine
to.
so, like a souvenir cup that you get at any game.
Do you remember last year when the Dodgers did bobblehead with him and his dog?
Yes.
And there were only 20,000 of them. They resold for thousands of dollars on the market.
Dude, Shohei Otani. Shohei Otani, in my mind, is
pretty incredible.
I think it's Shohei Otani, Cristiano Ronaldo. Mm-hmm. Like, in terms of the biggest sports figures on planet Earth, probably LeBron.
Yeah.
Like
Messi,
but maybe it's because he's playing in the MLS and I am disregarding it. Messi is sunsetting. So is Ronaldo, but Ronaldo still has.
Ronaldo's sunsetting too.
They both are. They very much both are.
Ronaldo also is having a comeback because his celebration is becoming a meme for kids.
Oh, it's been a meme. The Sue. So the jump and Sue.
Yeah. So like 6 and 7 year olds will like just do this jump now.
Yeah,
it's just a meme.
It's because of iShowSpeed. iShowSpeed, the streamer, does
That's
the
what
Sue.
it is.
And
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway.
So Ronaldo's having a comeback.
Yeah. Good on Ronaldo. He's phenomenal. But that is the aura of Shohei Otani. Like he is larger than life. One of the biggest, I think, names in the world. period.
Yeah, so
in
it only
terms of
makes
international
sense to be in LA or New York.
Right.
Right?
He
I mean,
chose
really,
right
when
for
you think
himself.
about
I
it.
hate the Dodgers, but he chose the absolute right place to be.
Is that true though? Because like Ichiro did it with the Mariners.
Yeah, but Ichiro was not the
feel
status
like
of
that
Shohei.
was also a different
Ichiro was phenomenal, but he was not.
Yeah, he
Ichiro
wasn't.
was not the status of Shohei.
I think the other part too is that they didn't win. Like the fact that he went to the Dodgers and they immediately win all the time is another part of it too.
Ichiro was lovable and unbelievably talented, but he wasn't the generational pop with his bat.
He also didn't pitch and hit.
Well, he hit. He was just a really good hitter.
Yeah,
he was just a really good contact hitter, fast as hell, leadoff hitter. Everybody loved how he'd be halfway up the first base line when he finished swinging. Like that's just that's just Ichiro. Yeah. And I watched him for years in Oakland play the A's for years.
Mm-hmm.
He and Felix Fernandez. I hated both of them.
Yeah, King
and
Felix.
Nelson Cruz. Damn it, Nelson Cruz hit 1,000 home runs in his career strictly against the A's. It feels like
the winless A's, by the way.
We'll get there. I'm stalling. Can you tell I'm stalling?
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about my baseball team right now, Kayla. That's why we want to talk about yours.
And the Otani,
and
which
Shohei.
You know, by the way, the other part of that too, I saw the Dodgers just advertising sales because all the Japanese partners are there. Their advertising sales there are greater than half of MLB teams' revenue from last year.
I believe
that to me is insane.
Which is why I keep making the point the Dodgers didn't ruin baseball. Shohei Otani ruined baseball because Shohei Otani wants to win more than you, and he was willing to take all that deferred money to just make a cash machine for the Dodgers. They didn't win before Shohei got their World Series. They didn't win World Series before Shohei got there. Now Shohei wants to win more than you.
Shout out to the San Francisco Giants. They got to win.
Congratulations.
I know it was against the San Diego Padres.
I'm
not taking shots at Kyle in general.
Well,
like this
it's
was
not like
and
this,
San Diego,
the worst
boy.
Teams.
Ooh, boy, they made it interesting towards the end. They hit a 2-run bomb in the bottom of the 9th inning. I was like, "Oh, this would be so perfect. This would be so perfect for the Giants to lose this game after finally scoring some runs early on." Then they went quiet for the rest of the game. Bader hit a home run. Shout out Bader. The Giants are undefeated on the road. How about that?
Whoa, okay.
Oracle Park is the problem. There you go. You leave that ballpark,
what are you
can
do?
hit.
Bring in the outfield?
No, just get a bunch of fans. Like
not to blow in. Yeah,
get a bunch of and
blow
towards center field.
There we
just
go.
Counter
okay.
it. Just counter it.
Yeah.
Blow it all the way out.
I mean, we've got all the technology nowadays.
Come on.
I'm sure they can find something.
We can invest in a bunch of fans.
In all seriousness, it was good to see them get a win. You go on the road. And I know they'll be back at Oracle, I believe, later this week. But to go on the road and to snap your 3-game losing streak to start the season. I know Tony got the bath, whatever. What was in that,
Gatorade
by
bath?
the way? He got some in his eyes, he said. I guess it was like stinging his eyes.
Why are you looking at it?
I was like, welcome to MLB, coach.
Yeah, come on. You get your first career win?
Yeah.
Of course they're going to celebrate with you.
I mean, Skipper.
Skip.
Tony the Skip.
And then, ladies and gentlemen, how about a round of applause as a show for the Oakland Las Vegas Athletics of West Sacramento, the last winless team in Major League Baseball. Yes.
They just need to come home.
We did it.
They need to come home.
That's right.
Bring them home.
That's
Bring them to West Sacramento. Have them get a win.
Bring them to West Sacramento where they can give up 18 runs a game.
But they can score 18 runs a game.
That's
they
the
very
thing.
well.
Who are they playing here?
They play the Houston Astros at the end of the week to open up there.
Right.
I think their home opener is Friday against the Astros.
I'm picking against them.
Out the first pitch.
What? Who? Who's throwing out the first pitch?
I just wanted to see your reaction.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I would love to.
I'll be there for support.
I would love to throw out the first pitch. I promise you this, I'm getting it over the plate.
Well, maybe they need to have our show come out.
I like people who throw these first pitches that go a mile high or way to the outside. Like, what are you doing?
Some really good athletes have done that.
Yeah, come on.
I.e. Taylor Lewan.
You know, actually, when the A's were still playing in Oakland, Steph Curry threw out the first pitch, and he threw a terrible first pitch. And I was like, finally, you're not good at something. It made me feel good because Steph is good at quite literally everything. So to see him throw a bad pitch, I was like, you are mortal.
Yeah, you're like, thank goodness. But then there's like some of the women that have gone out and done it. Remember Simone Biles and her backflip? And she like threw the pitch. I was like, man, like that's just legit.
Yeah, I would 100% put it over the plate. I can't promise you it would be like perfectly in the strike zone. They might have to use ABS.
Now, did you throw it from the mound?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
As long as they let me.
Yeah.
Unless Luis Severino yells at me.
I think my favorite one of all time that you just reminded me of is after the Astros won the World Series, they had Megan Thee Stallion throw out the first pitch, and she was looking the wrong way, like didn't know to turn around and throw the ball to home plate. It was one of the most amazing things I've ever seen.
50 Cent, I think he had a horrible one.
Awful.
Carly Rae Jepsen, the Call Me Maybe chick, had a terrible one.
I've always said if I ever get the chance to throw out a first pitch, I'm going to make it laughably bad so that way it can exist for all of time. I would do the Bill Murray, throw it over the screen.
But I feel like you would make it. You would pitch well.
My old partner, Kevin John from ABC 10, he threw out the first pitch at a Rivercats game one time.
Sure.
And Kevin is a phenomenal dancer. He's genuinely a phenomenal dancer.
Wait, did he dance growing up or something?
I don't know, but he's
I'm gonna have to talk to him
He's a phenomenal
about this.
dancer, and he does a really good Michael Jackson impression. He dances like Michael. His moonwalk is really, really good. What? He who?
Jesus, Kayla.
He who?
You know when he spins, he's like,
No, he says he, not he who. The hell? No, stop it.
What are you doing?
Anyway,
Michael Jackson.
No.
Spin.
We'll work on it. Anyway, Kevin, he does the Michael Jackson kick, the spin, and then he moonwalks on the grass closer to the plate.
No, he did not.
And then he misses the plate.
Oh, no.
Kevin, you cheated.
All that?
You got closer and you still missed.
Oh,
I
man.
gave him hell for that. Let me tell you.
Bonus points for showmanship, though.
Oh, no, but Kevin's absolutely. Kevin is a natural. There are a billion stories you could tell about Kevin. Kevin's been on reality TV. He was a reality TV star. I Love New York. He was on I Love New York. I Love Money on MTV.
That's so funny. I did not know any of that.
He was a DJ on a cruise ship. Kevin has lived a million lives, and I love him to death.
And then he chose to do local TV.
And then he chose to come to Sacramento and work with me.
Bless you, KJ.
Be a local sports reporter.
He made
Bless
it.
You.
He made
He's
it.
also a professor.
Yeah, he is a professor at
Jack
Casinos
of
River
all
College.
trades.
Yeah, he can do it all. The A's suck. Anyway.
Okay, well, they're going to come home, and I'm going to tell you this right now.
Beat the
They're going
Astros.
to at least be able to get a win here. Now, I don't know if on the road yet, but at least I feel confident in
Get
saying
one
here.
win in Atlanta. Just get one win. How about score a run in
Get these
Atlanta?
boys
Let's
going.
start there. Score a run in Atlanta.
Also, if you guys do get to do the first pitch at the Rivercats game, I think we know someone who might be able to get you an in on that, you know?
Wait, who's that?
Alan?
I want to...
Alan is the...
We don't need Alan.
The MC for the Rivercats.
Alan's the MC.
He'll be the one who walks you out to the mound.
You don't think we're special enough to get our own first pitch, Kyle, our show?
My agreement would be I'm only doing the first pitch if Alan is not there.
So you want the other
He's
MC?
the announcer, right?
Well, he's
Does
one
he
of
do
the
every,
MCs.
Okay,
No,
I
he
didn't
doesn't do
know
every
if he
game.
did every game. Okay.
No, he's one of two.
I was very disappointed he didn't do the home opener.
I know.
I was out there, but they had a full show.
Okay.
That's why they didn't. I was very disappointed.
One more thing about the so the prospect for the Giants,
Bryce Eldridge.
Yep. I'd like to meet him.
He's tall as hell. Why?
I just like to meet
Come
him.
on, Kayla.
What? I just said I'd like to meet
You're
him.
crazy.
What?
He's
just saying.
He's 6'7", so there you go. I just want to meet him. That's it.
That's it.
6'7".
6'7".
We'll take the break. When we come back, hey, how about a little Tankathon update? Uh-oh, Pacers. Uh-oh. The Wizards are coming for you. We'll update you on everything that's going on. And then at the end of this hour, I'm so excited to talk to you all about the World Cup anthem for this year. I'm
interested in what you have in store.
There's a big story around it, and I can't wait for this segment.
right.
That's coming up to end the first hour of the show. Matt and Kayla are just getting started on a Tuesday. Sacktown Sports.
This is the story of the one. As a procurement manager for a hospital system, she keeps every facility in her network stocked and ready. That's why she counts on Granger to be her single source for thousands of products, from disinfectants to lighting, air filters, and more. And with fast, dependable delivery, Granger helps her keep every facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRANGER, click Granger.com, or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
Progressive knows you think the grass is always greener, like maybe you ride a motorcycle. But today, it's raining. So you wish you had an RV, but if you did, you'd have to listen to some guy parked next to you at a campsite play his acoustic guitar. Now, before you start wishing you had a boat, remember, your brother-in-law would invite himself every weekend.
Permission to come aboard, Captain?
But one thing that is greener is the money you could save when you bundle your RV, boat, or motorcycle with your home or auto with Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave. I got to tell you, I am so excited to get this decking project started with Trex decking and railings. From the first time I stepped foot in the showroom last week, I was so impressed. So many color options. Heat-resistant composite deck. What does that mean? That means I don't have to do any maintenance on it whatsoever. They even have a deck designer, so you can go online and see what your dream deck will look like on your house. Just visit Trex, that's TREX.com to get it started. Tell them Carmichael Dave sent you.
Country in the Park is back. May 8th and 9th at Cal Expo. Miranda Lambert. John Party. Chris Young, Turnpike Troubadours, Dylan Scott, and more. Line dancing live DJs, Mechanical Bulls, huge festival area, and food trucks. Tickets start at only $68. Country in the Park, May 8th and 9th at Cal Expo with the California Highway Patrol, Fox Family Heating and Air, and Tacovas. More info at CITPFest.com.
Switchfoot Live. Friday, April 24th, 7 p.m., the venue at Thunder Valley. With Fuel. And Lit. And Thomas Ian Nicholas. For tickets, visit ThunderValleyResort.com. One incredible night with Switchfoot, Fuel, and Lit. Together live.
Spring is here, and there's really nothing better than hitting the open road in a new Honda. Whether you're shopping new or pre-owned, Stockton Honda has the selection and savings, plus get top dollar for your trade. And while life's roads are often filled with bumps, buying from Stockton Honda couldn't be smoother. Wherever the road you travel might lead, Stockton Honda is happy to get you there. Come in today or go to StocktonHonda.com.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
Matt and Kayla on Sacktown Sports 1140.
Having a good time indeed, Elton John, because... What?
This is Queen.
Oh, my God. I was thinking of
It's not Elton John.
Not even close.
I mean, I see the piano. I get
No.
what it is.
I was thinking of something completely different.
I thought for a second you were doing a Dave thing.
That's hilarious.
Because we all fall for the Dave bit where he says the wrong artist on purpose.
Oh, no, this is not a bit for me. That was completely
That was
wrong.
real.
Nope.
I get what you're saying.
This is your wife's favorite artist.
Oh, is it?
It is?
It is. Isn't that at the top of your Spotify?
Yeah, she was listening to a lot of Queen this year. It's definitely not her favorite artist is Blondie.
Oh, okay. I thought that was at the top of your Spotify.
Yeah, don't like it. Don't
You
like
don't
Blondie.
like Blondie?
Nope. My wife loves Blondie. Can't stand it. Can't stand it. Shout out Elton John for Don't Stop Me Now.
Okay.
It's not Elton John.
Queen.
I'm tanking my music selection and my music knowledge.
I will say one of the coolest things going on in the NBA right now is when the Thunder play that after they win. It's pretty cool.
They do?
Oh,
Yeah.
that's what they play?
Every time they win, they'll play that song.
I did not know that.
Huh.
I only know this now because they've done so many of those interviews with the players courtside.
Well,
It's
those
pretty
are
cool.
those are great, but I never heard the music in the background.
Yeah, it's always don't stop me now because I'm having a good time. See, it's cool. It makes
Great song by
That's kind
Elton
of cool.
and the
SGA,
Thunder win all the time.
Another great performance.
Really?
by
Yeah.
him.
SGA is phenomenal, man.
He's just so good to
But
watch.
y'all are
Really fun
talking
to
about
watch.
the top of the NBA.
Oh, we want to talk about the bottom? What fun is that?
We over here at Sports 1140.
Oh, jeez.
We love to talk about the bottom of the
Oh, great.
What's going on in Tankathon land? Well, trouble in Indiana. Uh-oh, Pacers. You've been caught. The Washington Wizards lost last night with their unethical tank. Of course, Anthony Davis not playing and Trae Young not playing.
Mm-hmm.
The Wizards lost to the Lakers last night, as they should, which means they and the Pacers are now tied for the worst record in the NBA. Now, of course, draft lottery odds are the bottom three. By the way, the Sacramento Kings are a game and a half back of both the Wizards in Indiana, half a game back of the Brooklyn Nets in the third spot.
Okay.
But we're not talking about the Kings right now. if two teams have the same record, so if this were to hold through all 82 games and the Wizards and Pacers both had the same record, they essentially would have their odds split between the two slots, and a coin flip would happen.
This is my favorite.
To decide who finishes with the better slot. Now, the reason why the better slot matters is because if you're number 1, the furthest you can fall is 5. If you're number 2, the furthest you can fall is 6. The Indiana Pacers are especially invested in this because as part of their Ivica Zubac trade during the trade deadline, they traded their pick to the Clippers, top 4 protected. So if it's the 5th pick or lower, they lose it, and the Clippers get it.
Which I want to happen.
Yes, we're all rooting for this. We're all rooting for this.
Although,
sorry, Indiana, we're rooting for it.
Weird technicality, though. It doesn't actually matter for Indiana. They just need to be in the top 3. Because no matter what, it's still going to be a 52% chance at keeping their pick.
Right.
Yeah.
But you're right. But in theory, being that top spot, the furthest you can fall is 5. There's literally only one spot that you could fall to where you would lose your pick.
It matters a lot to the Wizards.
It does matter a lot to the Wizards, and ultimately the odds. Right.
By the way, who do you
odds
think
are the
they'd
same.
take?
Who the Pacers take?
No, who do you think the Wizards would take if they had the number 1
That's
choice?
a great question.
Oh,
I think they
Debonsa.
go AJ.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they go AJ to go with AD and Trey.
Yeah.
Because Sarr's a power forward, Trey Johnson's a shooting guard.
Yeah, I think
It'd be a good fit.
But they should not draft for fit. They should draft for best player available. It just so happens that best player available would end up
fitting too.
At least in my opinion, the best player available. Still up for debate whether AJ is number 1 overall or not.
I think he is.
For the Pacers, I've always liked Cam Boozer to the
Boozer.
Pacers. However, they do have Zubac and they do have Pascal Siakam there, so that might muddy things up a little bit. But in terms of the biggest win now impact player, Cam Boozer's up there. Although I think AJ Debonsa would be phenomenal with the Indiana Pacers too. And if they like Darren Peterson and they want a shooter next to Tyrese Halliburton, Darren Peterson makes a lot of sense for them too.
I hope DP's enjoying some quiet time because it's crazy not talking about Darren Peterson in the last few weeks.
I'm sure he's enjoying it.
I'm sure he's trying to get his head right.
Rick Carlisle would be one of those actually really good coaches and
for it.
really good schemes for him to go to. If the Pacers got Darren Peterson, I think that actually makes a lot of sense.
I had never thought about that. Darren Peterson only shoots and doesn't pass. Tyrese Halliburton only passes and doesn't shoot.
There you go.
He might be perfect. Taking over kind of that Benedict Mathurin, Aaron Nesmith role in Indiana. Would come off the bench to start, I imagine. Could work his way into the starting lineup as early as next year. Again, the Pacers, assuming Tyrese Halliburton is the same player once he comes back from this injury, Indiana's expecting to be right back in the title hunt.
Well, Darren would help him. Again, nothing against Darren, the player, in terms of when he is healthy and on the court. He could really help a team, but I just believe he's got to go to the right place. That's a good place.
Well, here's the good news for the Pacers and Pacers fans. The Pacers have the 11th hardest schedule remaining. Their final games are at Chicago. Well, they should win that. At Charlotte. Well, unless they out-tank Chicago. At Charlotte. At Cleveland. Then the Minnesota Timberwolves. At Brooklyn. That's a big game. Philly. And Detroit. So it's a tough schedule to end. They're going to lose. They are either going to lose out or win one game, in my opinion. The Wizards have the 5th easiest schedule. They have Philly, at Miami, at Brooklyn, another very important game, Chicago twice in a row, Miami, and then at Cleveland to end the season. And Cleveland might shut guys down in that last game of the season, remember, because we've clinched, we're good.
Yeah.
Who knows? Just depends. Those last games are always weird.
With Washington, you said they're not playing Trey?
I believe Trey's been out.
So I thought he was back.
He was back for a minute. He made his debut, and I think he's out again.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure I didn't.
Unless I'm totally missing something.
I just didn't think about that because I'm like, yeah, they made this big deal about Trey coming back. Remember, he got the technical or something.
He got a tech while he was on the bench,
exactly,
and then he returned a couple. He made his debut, and then I think he's hurt again.
Okay,
they shut him down.
Okay,
I could be wrong, but I think I almost guarantee I'm not. Believe it or not locked into Wizards basketball. Shockingly,
you don't want more losing in your algorithm?
I'm good.
Okay.
It looks like Trae Young played 2 games.
Yeah.
And now he's done. All right, you're done.
All right, shut him down.
You sit on the bench now.
We saw what you look like.
Yeah.
We're excited for next year. Shut him down.
So in total, he's played 5 games for the Wizards, and I think he's done shut down for the season.
Yeah, right. I'm pretty sure he's done. The Nets have the 2nd easiest schedule. The Nets are still looking to move up. They're only a game back of that top spot if they want to. But more importantly, the Nets are trying to fight off the Kings that are biting at their heels. The Nets have Charlotte, Atlanta, Washington, Milwaukee, Indiana, at Milwaukee, at Toronto to wrap up the season. Those 2 games against Washington and Indiana are key. Go Nets in both of those games. We want the Nets to win both of those games because the Sacramento Kings, who have the 8th easiest schedule remaining, at Toronto tomorrow, then home for New Orleans and Clippers, at Golden State, then home versus Golden State, and at Portland. That's how they're... So I do believe that if the Kings win one more game, I don't think they're going to be able to move into the top 3.
That's what you said yesterday.
I feel that. Unless the Nets somehow find a way to win both of those games against Charlotte against the Wizards and the Pacers.
I just feel like they're going to get one at home. I have this hunch. And again, maybe they don't because they decide not to play Westbrook and DeMar.
We'll see.
But
again, I don't think DeMar's sitting. I think DeMar's playing.
Are there any back-to-backs in this next stretch? What are the back-to-backs for the Kings, I should say?
That's a great question. Let me bring up their schedule really quick, and I shall answer that question for you.
None the rest of the way.
Yeah. Okay.
None the rest of the way? Okay.
Yep. No back-to-backs remaining for the Kings. They do have back-to-back games against the Warriors, but there's a day break in between. So, and who knows what the Warriors are going to be at that point. Steph Curry, it sounds like, he's done for the regular season at least. They're trying to get him back for playoffs, but Steph has missed like 25 straight games now or something like that.
I feel like it's some of the most.
The Warriors are like, this is a good glimpse into the future of life after Steph because, and I don't mean this as a shot at the Warriors because, listen, the Kings are terrible. But when Steph doesn't play, that team is completely irrelevant. Nobody cares about the Warriors when Steph doesn't play.
That's what they did, though. They went all in and said, look, we're not going to ever pull away from Steph.
Which I don't blame them.
Yeah, and he's going to be our guy until the day we die or whatever, and this is what's happening.
I don't blame truly, I do not blame the Warriors one bit for saying we are riding till the wheels fall off with Steph. He is the greatest Warrior of all time, and it's not even remotely close.
But this is what can happen.
Right. But with the Jimmy injury, of course, the Steph injury, like the Warriors are irrelevant. I did see they got into a little scrap the other day, just in pushing and shoving. But like I was like, oh,
with who?
I don't remember who it was with. You'd be shocked to know that Draymond Green was actually not the one that instigated it.
You don't say.
Pretty surprising. I know. I saw scrap. I was like, what did Draymond do now? Nope. He was involved.
Draymond, yeah,
but he didn't do it.
He didn't actually start it. Okay.
Hey, good on Draymond.
Growing up.
Character growth. But yeah, the Warriors post Steph are going to be like I don't want the Steph Curry era to end because I love Steph.
Neither do they. That's why they're
holding on. But the Warriors are like, when Steph Curry's done, that's going to be a big adjustment for Golden State.
But you know they've got to start thinking about.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, what are the real plans
well, they offered 4 unprotected picks for Giannis.
Hey.
Yeah.
That would be something.
And Giannis said, no, thank you.
That would be something. We'll take the break. When we come back, I cannot wait for this. Y'all, the FIFA and the USA have put out their World Cup theme.
Okay.
It's not good.
Okay.
And other countries are taking matters into their own hands.
Oh, no.
That's all I have to say about that. Get ready to get hype. We'll come back with World Cup songs before we get into another conversation about Sacramento Kings head coach Doug Christie. That's all still to come here on Matt and Kayla, Sacktown Sports.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Granger. Granger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRANGER, click Granger.com, or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
How was your break?
It was great until I stopped for gas. Prices have gone up almost $1 with no end in sight. I might have to start watching how much I drive.
That's exactly why I use Upside. I never pay full price for gas with the free Upside app.
Upside?
Yes, Upside. It's the free app that gives you cash back just for buying the gas you're already buying. So even with the rising gas prices, I'll never have to limit how much I drive.
Does that actually add up to anything?
Just last year, I made over $200 with the Upside app.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the the free Upside app right now.
Download the free Upside app to earn cash back on the gas you're already buying. Use promo code THRIVE25 for an extra 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime, right to your bank account, or an e-gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code THRIVE25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first fill-up. That's THRIVE25.
Offers vary by user and location. Go to upside.com for terms and conditions.
When you take the time to shop at Folsom Lake Honda, there's one thing you'll always find. Happy people ready to serve you. As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too.
Looking to own or lease? During the spring sales event, drive a brand new Accord or Civic. Visit us today at FolsomLakeHonda.com, your one-stop Honda shop.
Folsom Lake Honda.
At Power Business Technology, we're not another big box corporation. We're your neighbors, locally owned and operated. We know what businesses like yours need, from reliable printers to high-performance copiers. We'll help you find the right solution with personal service you just can't get online. Need setup or support? We're just down the road and always happy to help. Power Business Technology, family hometown service with big-time solutions. Contact us today for all your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729, or visit us at powercopiers.com.
If your business depends on reliable vehicles, it's time to upgrade your fleet at myelkgrovechevrolet.com. We specialize in fleet pricing, bulk discounts, and fast approvals, so your team stays on the road and on the job. From work trucks and vans to fuel-efficient sedans and SUVs, we have the inventory, service, and financing to keep your business moving. Call or visit myelkgrovechevrolet.com today and ask about exclusive fleet savings. myelkgrovechevrolet.com, driving business forward.
To infinity and the ballpark. Join the Sacramento Rivercats for Toy Story Night on Saturday, April 11th, and then bring your best furry friend to bark in the park on Sunday, April 12th at Sutter Health Park. Get your tickets at rivercats.com.
It's Matt George and Kayla Anderson on Sacktown Sports 1140.
So, part of what makes the World Cup incredible is the music, right? From South Africa, when it was in South Africa, and Waka Waka by Shakira, which was huge, international song, the theme of that World Cup, the theme of that summer in a lot of ways, right? There was, I'm blanking on what the title of the song was, but Ricky Martin did a World Cup theme years ago that was immensely popular. Like, World Cup themes are a big part of the excitement. In the same way, like, the opening and closing ceremonies are big for the Olympics.
It's like a cultural thing.
The theme of the Olympics is so important because, the theme of the World Cup is so important because it sets the tone for what really is a festival of soccer or football. It is like the biggest tournament in the world. Might not feel like it in the USA, but internationally, like, the world shuts down for the FIFA World Cup.
Mm-hmm.
So, of course, USA is the primary hosting company. Company, it feels like sometimes. Country. They're sharing it with Mexico and with Canada. But USA is kind of the primary, as we understand.
Mm-hmm.
So, there was a lot of talk. What was the theme going to be? Who is USA going to use? Who is going to be the star? Well, Jelly Roll is a very, celebrated country artist. Really, really fun story. If you like his music, great. If you don't like his music, great. Jelly Roll is the main voice on the World Cup theme called Lighter. I'm just going to play for you a portion of it.
Okay.
So there's the chorus.
Yeah.
Okay. It sounds like a good song.
It does.
And when this is the TV background coming out. when I hear the beat and I hear the melody, you can imagine a TV hype package being made
100%.
to that.
Yeah.
Right? So it seems like a good song. I haven't listened to it all the way through.
Getting into
yeah,
it.
like I think it sounds like a Jelly Roll song. And I personally like Jelly Roll's music. For a World Cup theme, I don't dig it because to me it doesn't scream festival. It doesn't it's not fun. It's not energetic. Like this is a massive celebration of soccer. We're not alone in this, or at least I'm not alone in this. Apparently other countries feel the exact same way. They heard this and they're like, this sucks. So I can't tell you if these are sanctioned by other countries or if these are made by top artists in other countries. But other countries are taking it into their own hands to create their own World Cup themes specifically for their teams. I have two that I want to play for you.
Okay.
France's and Brazil's.
All right.
Okay, so here is France's by a group called, I don't know what they're called. But it's called, I don't know, never mind, it's a French word.
You don't want to try?
Nope. Here you go. This is French. So you get the point.
It's called Imbatables, which is French for unbeatable.
Yes. Okay. And the song they're saying a lot of the players' names of their roster. Cool. Mbappe is like their main star, but they're saying a bunch of different their different names. Sure. Dembele is another one that they're saying over and over again. I like it. Already it has more of that festive. Of course, it is specifically to the French team, but you get the theme, you get kind of the vibes, and it just sounds festive. Mm-hmm. Then I heard Brazil's.
Yeah, well, this might not be even.
I am ready.
Might not be fair to compare it to Brazil.
I am ready right now to buy a Brazilian kit and run through a brick wall after what you're about to hear. I was listening to this on the drive in, and I was going nuts.
Matt has now become a Brazilian soccer fan.
I am 100% a Brazilian soccer fan for the FIFA World Cup because of this theme. And this is legit. Like, this is by the group M4IA, which is a legitimate, like, group or artist in Brazil. I'm going to play the whole thing. It's 50 seconds.
Okay.
But it's phenomenal. If you're not a Brazilian soccer fan out of this,
no. What are you trying to do? Convert us now?
I'm converted. Just enjoy. Here we go. Wait for it.
All right.
Oh, I'm so in.
All right. He's definitely.
I'm glad we have that video to cut now.
Shut up, ad.
He's definitely made a point here.
I'm in. No, stop it.
So,
well, that's better than the one that happened to Dave.
I think it's interesting. I understand Jelly Roll is one of the hottest artists right now in the country. And again, you don't have to like country music to like Jelly Roll's story. I've met Jelly Roll. I know his story firsthand from living in Nashville. He used to come on a radio station. Great man, great story, great music. However, I agree with Matt. For this type of event that is worldwide, that other countries, the heat they bring, and the type of music that kind of fits the genre of soccer or football, they need an artist here.
Yes.
And there's plenty of artists in America that can get to that type of hype level. Now, we got to figure out who the artist is. Matt is still like on cloud, like 100 right now
love
from that song.
That.
The whole point of this segment
I need
was
that
for
to be 4 minutes long.
So who then can redo this if we were going to have a redo?
I don't know.
There's one other.
There's got to be somebody.
We are a melting pot.
We need the help of our listeners.
We are a melting pot. I like the Jelly Roll song for kind of a scene-setting, hype, like not
What
hype
if we
video.
made it dance jelly? Like we got the electro beat in the background.
I don't need Jelly Roll on EDM. No, there's a line. I think Jelly Roll's voice is phenomenal. I think his music is really, really good. But I don't like that. That song does not get me excited and hyped for what World Cup soccer is.
It seems like they were like, Jelly Roll, we'll give you X amount of money for a song. And he was like, here is a Jelly Roll song, which also, if you listen to the full song, it is a Jelly Roll song featuring Mexican artist Karin Leon, where he just starts rapping in Spanish in the middle of the Jelly Roll song.
Oh, so I didn't even hear that part.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's later in the song. Matt didn't play the whole thing, but it's a hard pivot from a Jelly Roll song to then Karin Leon rapping in Spanish.
Which, okay. Kind of international flair to it, which is good.
But it's not the dance EDM type of like.
Well, it doesn't even have to be EDM. That's very Brazil is what we
But
played.
it's got a different type of intensity to it, is what I'm saying.
And what do you notice in both the French and Brazilian songs is it's very chanting. It's very crowd.
That's what.
That is soccer.
It's a type of music.
The
that
crowds
goes with
are
it.
singing the entire time.
Correct.
Remember the vuvuzelas back from
Well, they still do the vuvuzelas.
Yes, they don't stop.
They really do.
Right? Like that the crowd is so involved in World Cup, and Shakira's Waka Waka was very much like it's a celebration, dancing, culture, blah blah. Like it
So
resonates.
we got a lot of Bad Bunny in the chat.
Yeah, Bad Bunny
in the
makes
YouTube chat
a ton
is
of
what
sense.
We've got a lot of.
Bad Bunny would make a ton of sense, although he's just coming off of the Super Bowl, so maybe they don't want to go too hard on that. Plus, we know all the stuff around it. Like
They got to fork up a lot of money for that.
Yeah, of course, but sure, pay it. It's the World freaking Cup. So the biggest
Marcus
sporting
says
tournament in the planet.
Slipknot.
Slipknot.
We're going back to Slipknot.
Yeah, just go. Why do you keep doing it? I don't know who would be the right artist in the United States to make a theme.
Dude, we have so many artists.
Pitbull? I don't know.
Let's not do Pitbull.
Pitbull could be
I
involved.
think Pitbull's a little too like old school, like not in a bad way. I like Pitbull's music, but I don't.
Pitbull was the music of my high school.
More like new age.
Have you heard Pitbull's recent stuff?
Oh no, it's probably terrible.
Oh, I'm going to play a song for you guys in the break.
Is it bad?
It is.
No.
Let me just tell you right now. He does in one of his recent albums. He does a song with Dolly Parton that is a remake of 9 to 5.
Oh no!
In which he calls her Dolly Parton in the middle of it.
I dig that.
It's so bad.
Dolly. Oh, I have heard it, and you might have actually been the one that shared it.
Yeah, Pitbull's
I've heard
recent stuff has devolved quite a bit.
I don't.
Mr. 305.
That is not at all shocking to me.
Just as a reference point, so for the last World Cup, some of the people on it, there are a lot of reggaeton artists, but also Jungkook from BTS is on it. Lil Baby has a song on it.
With who? With Pitbull?
No, this is the last World Cup.
It's like it with Pitbull?
No, it's Lil Baby and Tears for Fears. It's a remake of the Everybody Wants to Rule the World. I'm actually now curious to just hear what it sounds
That was the NBA All-Star theme song.
that was so bad.
It was, that's what it was. So we're getting Beyonce, Billie Eilish.
Billie Eilish would not be. She'd be
21
interesting.
Savage.
Beyonce would be interesting.
The Brit?
Who?
Who?
You guys, 21 Savage is British. That was
really?
Yeah, that was a thing from a few years ago on the internet.
We could get like a couple artists, I think, that could come together and make
The thing is,
too,
Jelly Roll is very American, and he's very American pop culture right now.
get
So
that.
it makes sense for them to want to use a prominent American artist. It just doesn't.
But it's not the right genre.
Is my computer up? One more time. Just a break. Neymar. Yeah, I'm a Brazil fan. I don't even care. Give me a Brazil
He's
kit.
not even gonna try to
I'm getting nope.
bring in the U.S. fans.
I hope this summer, when the World Cup's going on, that's going to be on repeat anytime Brazil plays. I just want you. Matt is going to do Brazil check-in just to listen to that song. And if they get eliminated early, I'm going to be devastated.
He's going to still use it for the Americans.
I need
winning.
Brazil to. Yeah, you know what? Yep. USA won. Who cares? Brazil.
I would be shocked if the U.S. makes it farther than Brazil. Did you see what happened to the U.S. this weekend?
No, they got smacked.
They got smacked by Belgium.
Yeah. Look, they're not good.
Creed. From the text line, Creed, can you take me higher? Can you take me higher? USA loses 4-0.
I mean, would that be worse than the Jelly Roll song that they're actually going to use?
Wow.
I think the Jelly Roll song is good. And I can hear it for the intro video for the first match. I can hear what they're gonna do cuts to it, and I can see it. But it doesn't get me hyped for soccer.
I'm with you on that. I think it needs to be.
By the way, this is incredible, Matt. I was looking up the old songs. We can't do Pitbull because Pitbull already has done a World Cup song.
Has he already done like 3 of them?
It was called We Are the One Ole Ola, which was Pitbull featuring Jennifer Lopez and a Brazilian artist who I'm unfamiliar with during the 2014 World Cup.
Just hand it over to Brazil. Let Brazil make it every year. Even if they're not the host country, just let Brazil make it every year because obviously, party. It's great. When I tell you I listened to that 20 times in the car driving in, and I'm surprised I didn't crash.
I wonder why you're in a hyped mood.
Brazil. All right, we'll take the break. When we come back, let's transition to something less fun. Sacramento Kings talk. We had a conversation yesterday about Doug Christie, whether or not he deserves to keep his job. Myself, and I believe, I don't want to speak for you, but I think we were kind of on the side of
I'm on more the side of
he should keep his job.
Yeah.
Well, I've gotten a lot of responses. We've seen a lot of responses to that, especially a clip that was posted from yesterday's show. Arguments against Doug. We'll kind of talk our way through that a little bit and how much the players, the young guys liking Doug should matter in the conversation. We'll talk about that. Plenty more to get into in today's show. Henry Turner, former Sacramento King, the high flyer, is going to join us from Toronto. He's with the team in Toronto coming up at noon. That'll be fresh off of Kings practice. So we'll be coming out of Kings practice and will be joining us immediately afterwards. So we're looking forward to talking to HT coming up at noon. You are listening to Matt and Kayla, Sacktown Sports.
Visit SacktownSports.com and join the Sacktown Sports 1140 newsletter.
DQ presents the Blizzard Double Flip Deal. For a limited time, when you buy one Blizzard treat, you get a second for just 99 cents. That's 2 Blizzards, 2 spoons, 2 flavors, and 2 flips. So don't miss out on the Blizzard Double Flip Deal, available only for a limited time and happening now at DQ. Because the only thing better than a Blizzard treat is a second Blizzard treat for just 99 cents. It's a deal to flip for. The Blizzard Double Flip Deal. Participation may vary.
I move mountains for a living. Literally. That means I don't carry hand lotion, and when it comes to serious heartburn, I don't mess around with anything but Rolaids. Rolaids' dual-active formula has calcium carbonate and magnesium hydroxide that relieves heartburn fast. Yeah, you heard right. 2 actives for that powerful relief. And the best part? The roll fits right here in my pocket, so I can get back to moving mountains.
Rolade spells powerful relief. Read each label. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
If your passion is bass fishing, only one radio show has the action, information, and excitement of your favorite outdoor sport. Ultimate Bass, hosted by Tournament Bass Pro and California Outdoor Hall of Famer Kent Brown, takes you live to where the fish are biting every Saturday morning. Only Ultimate Bass feeds your passion with the latest news, products, tips, and advice from the pros. Ultimate Bass with Kent Brown, Saturday mornings at 5 a.m. on Sacktown Sports 1140, part of SEP's Saturday Morning Outdoors.
Capital Casino is conveniently located in downtown, 411 16th Street, and has been a part of the greater Sacramento area for over 20 years. They offer the best variety of games in the region in a safe and friendly environment, and there's plenty of parking, all well lit and monitored by security. Come have a great meal at the cafe and restaurant inside. Capital Casino has the best food, the best service, and the best action. But please always remember to gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sacktown Sports 1140.
It's Matt George and Kayla Anderson on Sacktown Sports 1140.
A little Cool in the Gang bringing us back.
You just got to make sure you're right this time.
No, this one I
Elton
will.
John.
No, I will walk
Mistaken
out of this
for-
studio if I ever got Cool in the Gang wrong.
Yeah.
This is Earth, Wind, and Fire.
How dare you? It's not even remotely true. Get down on it. Celebration. The sound of my childhood every time the A's won a game.
Celebration's such a great song.
Come on. Ladies' night. Come on,
Oh,
man.
yeah.
Cool in the Gang. Hit
We
different.
need to do karaoke night.
We do.
Sacktown Sports karaoke
What
night.
is your go-to karaoke song? Do you have?
Black
Oh,
Velvet.
that's right.
That's why it's the outro
That's
song.
right.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. That's right. I knew that. Shame on me. I don't know what mine is.
You got to figure that out.
I have a country song I like to sing. I have.
What's the country song?
Wagon Wheel by Darius Rucker. Love that song.
Oh, everyone loves. I had a couple media friends in Nashville that Darius Rucker was their go-to.
Oh,
My
Darius
friend
Rucker's
John
phenomenal.
Burton, that was his go-to.
I
band.
saw Darius Rucker when he headlined Country in the Park here in
yeah.
Sacramento. That was probably like 10 years ago now or
Sure.
something like that. Which, by the way, Country in the Park coming up in May, I believe.
It is May, and Miranda Lambert is actually going to be headlining it, which I do know some of her songs.
Get your tickets right now. Country in the Park is always a good time over at Cal Expo. Our friends at KNCI, KNCI, our sister station, they do a phenomenal job putting that event on. But Darius Rucker headlined, and Craig Morgan was the act
I
before him.
remember
And
Craig
Morgan.
Morgan
is freaking
Yeah.
phenomenal.
He's good. His son actually played baseball down in Nashville and was on a person that I was very close with team. So that was fun.
See, I love
some of those guys.
I
down there.
really enjoy country music. I just don't think it should be the theme for the World freaking Cup. I don't know. Maybe just
I'm
me.
with you on that.
It's also not even country. It's just Jelly Roll being Jelly Roll.
Just Jelly Roll. Jelly Roll has got
Jelly
his own.
Roll needs to be EDM'd up.
I don't. There is 100% an EDM remix of a Jelly Roll song out there somewhere, and I don't think I need to hear it. I like EDM remixes of songs. I don't think I need to hear that. I think I'm okay. I like EDM, though.
We get DJ Khaled and Biebs.
Which one? They've done a couple songs together.
I like all their songs.
I'm the
they do
one,
together.
yeah.
But we could make it into something more dancey.
Bieber might be hard to get. DJ Khaled definitely available.
Honestly, DJ Khaled might do some heat for World Cup.
Oh goodness.
I don't know when
what
the last.
does he always say?
His name? DJ Khaled. Another one.
Another one.
Another one.
And see, he could start it with another one, and then it goes into the.
Have you seen the video of DJ Khaled golfing?
No.
So he when he golfs, he looks hilarious golfing. Bobby Marks, where he posed one, like the biggest question for each of the 10 lottery teams, or the 10 guaranteed lottery teams right now. Essentially the 10 bad teams. And the question that he posed about the Sacramento Kings is, what do you do with Doug Christie? Do you bring him back? Do you move on from him? Like, that's the biggest question in his mind that the Sacramento Kings have to answer this offseason. Now, you and I kind of disagreed with that, but we disagreed with it being the biggest question. The biggest question is, what do you do? How do you clear up
all these big
books
contracts
and move some of these veterans, right?
Yeah.
But Doug Christie is like the first question that they can ask and answer between pretty much the end of the season and draft night. Like, you can take care of it then if you want to.
Mm-hmm.
You and I both, I think, are of the belief that Doug Christie should keep his job. I felt pretty firm. I talked about this yesterday, that I think how this team has developed, the young guys have developed, specifically how the second half of the season has gone, plus the circumstances of the situation that Doug Christie was in. I've never felt it was a coaching problem. Certainly didn't feel that way when the Kings fired Mike Brown, so I don't believe it's a coaching problem now. I still have a lot of question marks, a lot of unknowns about who Doug Christie is as a head coach. Is he a good head coach? I don't know the answer to that question. Is he a bad head coach? I don't know the answer to that question either. Some people feel a certain type of way about it. That's totally fine. Our great social media team cut a clip from that of you and I kind of sharing our opinions on that, and it got a lot of responses. And the primary, I would say the vast majority of the responses were negative.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Doug Christie deserves to keep his job.
A lot. I'd say most that I've heard.
Yeah, like Doug should be fired. Now, typically people that agree with the take probably aren't really reacting to it, or they might just go, I agree, and move on with their lives. typically you react to something when you disagree, or you actually respond or comment on something when you disagree. So I expected the majority of the comments to be disagreements, but I thought, okay, let's expand the conversation a little bit. I'm putting this question out there for everybody to answer, and this includes us, but comment section, if you want to jump in on this, text line, text in 916-339-1140, or call in if you want to answer this question. What from this season can we say is Doug Christie's fault?
Okay.
And now, fault does not mean 100% on one person. That doesn't exist with how bad this team is. It is not 100% on one person. But there are certain things that I feel Doug Christie has nothing to do with, and certain things where Doug is partially responsible for. A good example is the 16 game losing streak the Kings went on. Doug Christie has to take responsibility for that, regardless of, yes, the roster's bad, the team's bad. They're not that bad. They're not that bad.
Remind me though, who was available at the time? Did
Russ
we
was
have
playing.
Most of the veterans.
Yeah, Russ was playing. DeMar was playing. I'm pretty sure Keegan played some of that before he got hurt again.
That happened when he came back for a bit, and he wasn't that good.
Yeah. He had a decent couple of games and then got hurt again.
I just wanted to get an idea of where we were at during that time, because there's been like 6 seasons in one this year. That's what I feel like.
You got that right. But Domas, I don't think was playing at any point during that.
And Levine was done.
I don't think Levine was playing at any point during that.
Okay.
DeAndre Hunter was a part of it very, very briefly, I believe, before he scratched his eye. I could be wrong on that. You're right. It all blends together. But regardless, this team with the injuries and everything that's happened, they're not that bad. And we know that the Kings weren't blatantly tanking during that stretch. They weren't. They were just losing basketball games because they're bad. We could talk about the team being bottom of the league in both offense and defense. Defense kind of expected it, even though Doug Christie is a defensive-minded coach. Offensively, there's no reason why this team should be this bad offensively. So I think Doug has to take responsibility for that.
Also, real quick, to note that, because he was asked early on a lot of questions about offense. And most of those times, those questions were immediately shut down by a defensive response.
Correct.
So that's part of it.
Correct. He would very much dismiss it. There was, I don't know this now, but there was a very good portion of the season where the Kings were dead last in fourth quarter scoring.
Yep.
You have DeMar freaking DeRozan on your team, one of the most clutch players in history, and you couldn't score in the fourth quarter, period. And you had Russ playing the vast majority of the time too. That Doug Christie has to take ownership for. There are rotational decisions, I'm sure. Little things that you can be nitpicky with decisions that different coaches make at any time. A lot of people will want to bring up the Keon Ellis situation. The only reason why that's a little bit different for me is because you had 2 very different head coaches both agree seemingly with how to handle Keon, and 2 very different front offices that seem to agree on how to handle Keon.
That was kind of from the start too. So I mean, that was almost decided by, I think, higher up of what we were really going to do handling Keon.
Yeah.
Because I think the plan was always to have Keon as a sweetener somewhere.
Mm-hmm. So the point is, there are, of course, things that Doug is responsible for from this season. But if you're looking at the grand scheme of things, where this franchise is at, the losing, the bad records, the fall from grace, the tumbling down the cliff of 3 years ago, the Kings clinched a playoff spot, and here they are back in basketball hell again. Oh, it's not even purgatory, it's worse. Well, that's not true. You're a worse basketball team, but purgatory is worse than where the Kings are at right now. Purgatory would be the Kings are winning 32 games and just getting the 8th or 9th.
Yeah, they're not getting something out of it, I guess.
So this is better than purgatory, at least in that sense. But Doug is not responsible for that. Hell, Scott Perry's not even responsible for that. So I know it's hard to separate those things at times, separate those frustrations. But Doug does not take ownership of where this organization is at and the horrendous roster construction that put him in a situation to where, in general, I don't think Doug was set up to succeed.
But let me push back a little on that. Let me push back a little on that. Doug also took the opportunity
1,000%.
and said, hey, look, I know the situation.
Mm-hmm.
I know this is really bad and that it could end up being real bad.
Yep.
And I don't blame Doug for taking it. Don't get me twisted in the words I'm saying with that, because you have to somehow take what's in front of you. You can't turn down opportunities. But he also knew there's a big, big risk going into saying, I'm going to have this job.
Sure.
I'm going to go into it with all these warning signs and red flags.
1,000%.
That's part of it too, right?
You're 100% right. I think part of my response to that, it's not a good argument, but I think it's a point to be made. What the hell is he supposed to do? In the sense that he knows that this is probably the only real shot he's going to get to be an NBA head coach unless he works and grinds for another decade plus somewhere else.
Sure.
Now, that in itself could be an argument for why he shouldn't be the head coach, because he wouldn't get a job anywhere else. If that's your argument, I don't know if I really have a response to that argument. That's a organizational failure. That is a problem with ownership, who very much handpicked Doug to be in this situation. They gave Doug, Scott Perry gave Doug a prove-it deal, right? And what has he proven this year? I don't know, other than the fact that I believe that Doug Christie is a capable talent developer. And that reason alone gives me at least, I guess confidence isn't the right word. I believe that he is capable of handling the first year, true year of what I hope is really the rebuild. You could argue, oh, wasn't this year supposed to be that? Not really. This year was the bad to get you finally on that track.
Right.
Next year, depending upon what this roster looks like, but even with the veterans coming back, next year is supposed to be the true blue first year of the proper rebuild.
Right.
It's supposed to begin as soon as a rookie puts that draft cap on.
Let me give Doug, again, I just made the point about him taking the job, but let me give Doug some credit.
Sure.
I think there is still a lot to be seen on the floor and how you can truly, in your brilliant basketball mind, you played the game. You were somebody who understands things, works hard, has grit to their game, grown up just with that competitive like chip on your shoulder. That's Doug. And we are yet to see that part of Doug completely out on the hardwood in terms of winning games and how that then reflects on how his teams win games. And we've made that clear because it's a screwy roster. It's a little bit of a hodgepodge, whatever. That needs to be worked out. That needs the X's and O's part. That needs to be figured out, and sooner than later. But I will give Doug Christie credit because of all that makes him the man that he is and the player that he was. He has created a culture there, at least when it comes to the crap this team has been through this year, of somehow holding this crazy season of dysfunction. He's held together a team and made it at least look from the outside like there's not a lot of beef going on behind the scenes, when maybe there is. I don't know. But to the naked eye right here, he's done a hell of a job keeping his team together and keeping the culture right. I've seen crazy crap happen in a locker room when there's no winning involved. But there's been no winning involved. There's been trades. There's been the heat from the media, everything. And for the most part, Doug, I will give him the credit for holding that ship together.
Yeah. That's a big part of the conversation too. For those of you who are out there saying Doug Christie's not a good coach, tell me why. Tell me why, based off of what you've seen from how this season has gone, that you feel confident is a reflection upon Doug and not a reflection upon the organization and the situation that they put Doug in. I'm not trying to make an excuse for Doug Christie. I'm genuinely not. There are other coaches out there right now that I think would be better for the Sacramento Kings than Doug Christie. And y'all know I would have much rather Mike Brown remain the head coach of the Sacramento Kings and Doug Christie never have gotten that shot. 1,000%. This is not making an excuse for Doug Christie. This is, how can I have a true opinion
Or judgment,
or judgment on how Doug Christie is as a head coach based off of the circumstance that the Sacramento Kings put him in because of short-sighted decisions of ownership at last year's trade deadline. How can I blame Doug for that? I don't know the answer to that question. Secure in the Carter over here in the comment section says, Doug Christie can be a developmental coach behind a real head coach. We can't, I've seen this be a conversation. This can't be a conversation. It's either Doug completely or not at all. There is no, hey, Doug, can you take a step back into a assistant coach role while we go on?
Sailed.
You can't do that to Doug. You can't do that to your organization. Team. You shouldn't have done that. Here's a point. You shouldn't have done that to Mike Brown in the first place. You asked Mike Brown to take Doug Christie on. It turned into a problem. Whether you intended it to or not, and it's not, I don't care whose fault it is. I don't even know if it's anybody's fault. It turned into a problem that divided your locker room. Why in the world would you disrespect Doug Christie by asking him to become a head or an assistant coach again for another head coach that you bring in because you think they're better suited for the job? Why would you disrespect Doug in that way? And even if Doug were willing to do it, why would you put a new head coach in the exact same position you put Mike Brown in? That would be continuation of the stupidity that got you in this situation to begin with. So it's either completely Doug or not Doug at all. And I've been consistent with one thing and one thing in particular. If Scott Perry does not believe that Doug Christie is the right head coach to develop these young guys going forward, then fire him.
You got to make the move now, though.
If Scott Perry feels that there is somebody that is available this offseason that is better for this job than Doug Christie, who wants the job, fire Doug. But if you don't have those convictions, you can't blame Doug for where you're at.
And you can't, and that's not fair to the organization, the fans. It's not fair to Doug. Scott Perry has to be as truthful with himself as a general manager as he can be. And this might be the hardest spot that he finds himself in his career, because Doug is very beloved. Doug is very respected here. Doug is a big part of the Sacramento community. But it is Scott Perry's job to be the businessman that he is, that he was brought in to be business. And her feelings cannot get in the way of business sometimes.
Right.
I hate that, but it's part of the job.
Yep.
You've got to make a decision that is going to benefit your organization, that's actually going to set them up for success. And maybe that is truly at heart keeping Doug. Maybe it isn't. That's Scott Perry's decision, though.
Here's some ideas of coaching candidates that are potentially out there. Right. The biggest name out there is Michael Malone.
Yes.
That's laughable, because Michael Malone, from what we understand, cannot stand a lot of the Sacramento Kings organization because of how he was treated and how everything happened with him. He was the first head coach in the Vivek Ranadive era.
No class, no balls.
That's Michael Malone after Mike Brown was fired.
No class, no balls.
The way Mike Brown was fired. So Michael Malone, I love Michael Malone. He's one of my favorite coaches in the league, period. There's nothing I would love more than Michael Malone to be the head coach of the Sacramento Kings again. It's not going to happen. A lot of forgiveness and a lot of hard conversations would have to happen before we even look to cross that bridge. And I don't know if an offseason is enough time to handle that.
Real quick, too, what is the organization yet proven that they're doing something different?
Yes, if you're Michael Malone. And Michael Malone is going to have opportunities elsewhere. I don't think he ever should have been fired in Denver. But he was. Whatever.
Hell no. Hell no. Hell no.
The other massive name out there, Tom Thibodeau.
Yep.
How fitting would it be for Tom Thibodeau to lose his job in New York, for Mike Brown to take his job, and then Tom Thibodeau becomes the head coach of the Sacramento Kings?
What a twisted.
Okay.
For the general manager who got fired by the Knicks.
Yeah, good point.
That hired him.
Good point. There is a connection there. Why would Tibbs want this job? And we've seen and heard stories about Tibbs for years. I'm not saying that players don't like him, but he has a tendency to play the hell out of his main guys and not deep dive into his bench and run his main guys ragged for almost 40 minutes a night. And there's been just a point that Tibbs can't get past. Now, personally, I would love to get to the point where Tibbs typically is at here in Sacramento. So if Scott Perry feels like
from New York and what their expectations were at that moment.
Right.
Right.
Not even close to the same. Right. If Scott Perry were to hire Tibbs, and Thibodeau comes in here, maybe he can develop this group the right way. Maybe he's the right head coach for whatever rookie they bring in. Okay, maybe Tibbs is out there. Taylor Jenkins, Memphis Grizzlies, seemed to be a good job kind of getting Memphis going, and then everything kind of fell apart. And
People wanted him last year.
Jenkins was fired, and there was disconnect between Taylor Jenkins and his players at times, disconnect between Taylor Jenkins and the organization at times, but also no, John Morant loved him. Like a lot of confusion around Taylor Jenkins. Okay, maybe that's a name that's out there. Sam Cassell, he's been out there, floated out there for a long time. Former player, well-loved and respected around the league, has been waiting for that first real shot.
But is that also okay? Do you feel like with fans that he's been out there for a long time waiting for that shot? Do you feel like you want to be the organization again that's like, well, we're desperate for a change again, so we're going to go get the guy that's been waiting for a shot, even though why hasn't he gotten a shot anywhere else?
Right. Do you want to go with the rookie head coach again, replacing a rookie head coach with another rookie head coach, or do you want to go with, we're going with someone who's more established?
Sure. It's a hard choice.
They also might not get the choice. Like all the experienced guys might be like, nah, we're good.
That's another part.
Anyone in college?
We'll get to that. We'll get to that part of the conversation that Kyle just brought up in a second. Final name, Frank Vogel.
Okay.
Frank Vogel's been a veteran in coaching circles in the NBA. Respected name. Does Frank Vogel move the needle for anybody? I would put Frank Vogel, very funny enough, I would put Frank Vogel in a very similar position to where Mike Brown was when the Kings hired Mike Brown. Although Mike had to spend a long time as an assistant coach before he got that opportunity again. I remember, truth be told, you can go back and find podcasts. When the Kings hired Mike Brown, I was very underwhelmed.
Oh, you were?
Because I liked Will Hardy. I liked other options that were out there, and I wanted the Kings to kind of go with something new and exciting, and Mike Brown was kind of underwhelming. I could not have been more wrong. And
now you're like, how did I even have that thought?
You know how I feel about Mike now.
Sure.
Maybe Frank Vogel could be that. I don't know. I have no idea. I'm personally not the biggest fan of Frank Vogel, so I don't know how much that moves the needle. But the other part of the conversation, like Kyle brought up, is do any of those coaches want this job? I know it's one of 30 jobs, soon to be 32 jobs, but does anybody want to take this on?
Again, look at what it has happened in terms of the organization in the past.
Yeah.
And what have, again, they done to show they've changed?
Right.
Not enough yet. We don't know that. This season has not shown much of that because it's just been a weird season with question marks and injuries and all the above. And Scott's only been here 1 year. And so it's like we haven't seen a lot be put in place yet. So it's hard to convince a lot of these guys that would be taking this job like, hey, we've truly changed.
But again, if Perry and Tibbs had a conversation. Tom Thibodeau had a conversation. And Tibbs said, yeah, I'd love to take the job. And Perry said, or thought, Tom Thibodeau is the perfect guy we need to develop this team going forward. Then do it. Like, at that point, I trust Perry. You're the decision maker. Then do it.
I'm trusting him with a lot.
I'm not flying in blind to a coaching search and firing Doug Christie before that. And then going, well, this season was bad. Sorry, Doug. We need to go in a different direction. I don't think that you have enough legs to stand on in that case because it's also an admission of guilt that, hey, Scott, whether it was truly your hiring or not, which I'm sure there's plenty to speculate about that, but I have no reason to believe.
But it's been said that it was, right?
It's been very blatantly, obviously clear by everybody that it was Perry's decision. The first major decision you made, you got wrong and moved on from a year later after moving on from your first major free agent halfway into the season. Doesn't look good for Scott if he moves on from Doug, unless he has that big coach waiting in the wings, which I don't know if he does. But we'll see. We'll take the break. When we come back, Sacramento did a phenomenal job hosting the NCAA Women's National Tournament, and Dawn Staley of South Carolina had a lot of praise towards Sacramento. We'll share with you her comments and talk about how big this was truly for Sacramento before Pick a Side. That's coming up next on Matt and Kayla, Sacktown Sports.
Power Business Technology is proud to be a 100% independent, locally owned and managed Toshiba copier dealer. Local ownership cuts out the red tape, allowing ourselves to never be too busy to personally answer the call when our clients need us. Recognized for excellence in service execution, training, and customer service, we're proud to be named a Toshiba ProMasters Elite dealer since 2021. Contact us today for all of your business printing needs at 844 PowerBZ. That's 844-769-3729. Or visit us at powercopiers.com.
Spring is here, and there's really nothing better than hitting the open road in a new Honda. Whether you're shopping new or pre-owned, Stockton Honda has the selection and savings, plus get top dollar for your trade. And while life's roads are often filled with bumps, buying from Stockton Honda couldn't be smoother. Wherever the road you travel might lead, Stockton Honda is happy to get you there. Come in today or go to StocktonHonda.com.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
If you're serious about your golf game, then you need to know about Total Game Fitting at the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Whether it's the TrackMan-powered player performance studio for your best fit clubs, or the cutting-edge technology putter fitting studio, or the free Ballnamic ball fitter and 3D foot scanner, the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop offers you total game fitting from head to toe with equipment and apparel. Find your advantage at the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop with the latest offering of new golf products in Northern California. Fulton Avenue at the Cap City Freeway.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave. I got to tell you, I am so excited to get this decking project started with Trex decking and railings. From the first time I stepped foot in the showroom last week, I was so impressed. So many color options, heat-resistant composite deck. What does that mean? That means I don't have to do any maintenance on it whatsoever. They even have a deck designer, so you can go online and see what your dream deck will look like on your house. Just visit Trex, that's Trex.com to get it started. Tell them Carmichael Dave sent you.
Switchfoot Live. Friday, April 24th, 7 p.m., the venue at Thunder Valley. With Fuel. And Lit. And Thomas Ian Nicholas. For tickets, visit ThunderValleyResort.com. One incredible night with Switchfoot, Fuel, and Lit together live.
Country in the Park is back. May 8th and 9th at Cal Expo. Miranda Lambert. John Party. Chris Young. Turnpike Troubadours. Dylan Scott and more. Line dancing live DJs, Mechanical Bulls, huge festival area, and food trucks. Tickets start at only $68. Country in the Park. May 8th and 9th at Cal Expo with the California Highway Patrol, Fox Family Heating and Air, and Tacovas. More info at CITPFest.com.
Planet Fitness has everything you need to power your progress, so you can give everything you've got, all for just 1 cent down. Whether you want to get the most out of our best-in-class equipment or go all in with free fitness training, our trainers are ready to help you get stronger than ever before. Take your workout to the next level at Planet Fitness. Join the club today for 1 cent down, $15 a month. No commitment. Deal ends Friday, April 10th. You ready? Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet. See club for details.
Tune in every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday for the Toyota Tahoe Report with Johnny Mosley and me, Elena, bringing you the latest weather conditions up at Tahoe. Brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go places.
Capital Casino is conveniently located in downtown, 411 16th Street, and has been a part of the greater Sacramento area for over 20 years. They offer the best variety of games in the region in a safe and friendly environment, and there's plenty of parking, all well lit and monitored by security. Come have a great meal at the cafe and restaurant inside. Capital Casino has the best food, the best service, and the best action, but please always remember to gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
Matt and Kayla on Sacktown Sports 1140.
Before we get to Don Staley's comments about Sacramento hosting the Elite 8 and Sweet 16 of the NCAA Women's National Tournament, TC wants to jump in on the Doug Christie conversation that we wrapped up in the last segment. What up, TC?
Hey, what's up, big dog? Hey, man, Matt and Kayla. So, I'm, as far as Doug, right? Doug, what I can say Doug did wrong, in my opinion, I know he's up against the ropes, but I felt like earlier in the season when I was talking about the young cats playing, I mean, that's besides Perry, Vivek, or anybody, bro, that was like kind of on Doug, in my opinion, to be like, hey, bro, you supposed to be sprinkling the youngsters. I get you sprinkling them now, but I wish they would have played from, like, day one. Would we be a different team right now? I don't know. But what I do know is we probably would be a better team because they would be further along and they would have freed up the vets when the vets were playing like garbage when we were like, hey, man, in the beginning of the season, I'm talking about game 10, game 7, game 15. Those guys weren't playing then. They didn't start playing, bro, until like way later when it was like, oh, it's bad, and we went on that losing streak. So that was against Doug, in my opinion. He should have sprinkled them in more, bro.
TC, appreciate the call, appreciate the input. I will say, in Doug's defense, like that was the direction of the organization. The organization was fully intending to make the playoffs via the play-in if they could, right? That was the goal. So
they were going to try to compete, try to be a play-in team.
And Scott Perry's moves, getting Dennis Schroeder, signing Russell Westbrook, were perfect examples of that. Doug Christie expected the Kings to be far more competitive early than they were, which kind of forced him and forced the team into the right pivot, which is pivoting towards developing the young guys. Now, another part of this conversation that we can save for another time is, I saw this response a lot. How did Doug really develop the talent, or did they just get more playing time because the team was terrible and because of injuries? I mean, I guess I get the point, but just saying the only reason Maxim Reno is who Maxim Reno is today is because he just got more playing time, I think is it's not just unfair to Doug, it's unfair to the entire coaching staff. Because if that's the case, then the coaches don't matter. Just play them 48 minutes a night and they'll naturally get better like it's a video game. That's not.
Yeah, you got to give some credit to Doug in that. Now, you also got to give some credit to veterans.
Right.
I mean, Westbrook is a big part of that too.
Right.
I mean, I clearly believe that he is a part of development with some of these guys.
Yep. Kyle, shame on me. I never checked on this. Did you get the audio of Don Staley? Okay, perfect. You have it. Here is Don Staley, of course, the legendary head coach of South Carolina, who defeated TCU 78-52, punching their ticket to the final for the final game inside of the Golden One Center. And here is Don Staley after the game talking about the tournament in Sacramento.
Worked out for us here in Sacramento, and everybody's been great. I mean, everybody in this arena's been great. Our hotel's been great. You know, walking around the streets have been great. I think people are really enjoying having NCAA women's tournament here, and I hope that I mean the crowd was great. You know, I saw a little bit of Virginia, I saw a little bit of other teams that were still here, and we're so far from home. And for the people to come in and still watch us play and cheer us on, I think it's a great place. I have no complaints about being here.
Kayla, I believe there are going to be a number of people listening that don't fully understand how big Dawn Staley is, not just in women's basketball, but in basketball, period. And to have her say things like that about your city, that's going to get a lot of national attention, those kind of comments and that kind of praise from a legend of basketball coaching like Dawn Staley.
It really is. Look, Dawn Staley has made her mark in women's basketball, but also just she is respected in the basketball community, period. Whatever level it is, you say Dawn Staley's name, they're like, she's created a monster at South Carolina. By the way, this is their 6th straight Final Four, okay?
They're insane.
The only bigger name in women's basketball right now is Gino Auriemma, and he is a legend. Like, he is going to his 25th Final Four. So that's just a guy that's been around for a really long time. And, back in the day, it was him and Pat Summitt. But now Dawn has entered the conversation in the last several years, and Dawn continues to be, somebody who is lifting the game of basketball for women. And for her to come here, and yes, it's a very long way. I can tell you that. Yeah. Living in the South and coming to Sacramento, I've made the trip several times. It's a long way. And I think sometimes it's hard for teams to come here and not feel like they're being supported, and especially the women's game. Like, how would the turnouts be? But we know Sacramento is a great sports city. They don't have the pro teams yet to be able to show that you can support all these pro teams. I believe it can as a city. I honestly believe it can. The way that they support the Kings through thick and thin. It's a basketball savvy community, and Dawn is not a BS type of person. Dawn ain't going to say stuff that she don't believe in. And so for Dawn to say that and say they've done a great job hosting, that's a lot. And those little things, those little comments coming from big-time people like Dawn Staley, they add up over time. So Sacramento just needs to continue to come out and support sports when they come here, and the other things will come along with it.
by the way, South Carolina is taking on UConn on Friday in their Final Four matchup. All 4 of the number 1 seeds made it.
I know.
So it's South Carolina versus UConn, Texas versus UCLA. So we are in for some fun basketball.
I want the upset, Don. As much as a weird saying upset for South Carolina, I would love to say
how many times is South Carolina the underdog?
UConn, and they have beat UConn obviously before, but other than that, Gino and UConn are just like on another level, right?
This to me is another perfect example of give Sacramento the chance to showcase who we are.
Yep.
Give us the chance. The A's tried to take advantage of that. And Sacramento responded in kind to how the A's treated them. The NCAA, from what I understand, has been nothing, like from all the broadcasts and stuff, nothing but complimentary of Sacramento. Plus, this market loves women's basketball. From the Monarchs, who you saw nothing but Monarchs jerseys inside the Golden One Center all weekend long. Not just, of course, for Kara Lawson, Monarchs legend, head coach of Duke, but just here is a national stage where women's basketball is back in Sacramento. Here is our opportunity to say that we haven't forgotten and we don't forget our ladies. And the amount of times, too, that I caught on the broadcast, the pan shot up to the Monarchs jerseys and the Monarchs championship banner that's up there.
Right.
The only true championship banner inside the Golden One Center has the Monarchs logo on it.
Wow.
Right? So that speaks volumes. The success of the Golden State Valkyries, obviously Sacramento can't fully claim. But I know a ton of Golden State Valkyries season ticket holders that live here in the Sacramento area. Some of them are Bay Area transplants. Others of them are WNBA fans who miss the Monarchs dearly, but embraced the closest thing they had to WNBA basketball. And unfortunately, I felt that when the Valkyries were created, that probably killed Sacramento's chances of getting one, because now you've got kind of your Northern California team now. Just like Bay Area fans used to drive up to Monarchs games all the time back in the day. I think this was a smashing success for the city. I think both the women's and men's tournaments will want to come back to be a part of that atmosphere.
Rounds 1 and 2 next year for men here.
Right. But that's what I'm interested in, though.
Okay.
Because we've gotten rounds 1 and 2 before for the men.
But what about the bigger?
Does this in any way help attract? Hey, it doesn't have to be the Final Four in the championship game. Elite 8 and Sweet 16 men's hoops in Sacramento. Why not? Because the women were here, loved it, and Sacramento smashed it out of the park. The women's Final Four, by the way, in championship games, I believe the championship game as well, is in Phoenix, Arizona. Like, why can't Sacramento be in that mix? I'm just saying, all we can do is take advantage of the opportunity given to us, and I feel like as a city, Sacramento did that, and I'm very proud.
Yeah,
very
I loved that from Don. I thought it was great.
Coming up next, it is time to pick a side. And then we're talking to the high flyer, Henry Turner, coming up at noon. He is in Toronto with the Kings. He'll be fresh out of Kings practice. He joins us during the lunch break. Pick a side is next. It's Matt and Kayla at Sacktown Sports.
The San Francisco 49ers play on Sacktown Sports 1140.
Touchdown 49ers! Every game on your #1 sports station. Don't miss the action on your local sports leader. Sacktown Sports 1140.
When you take the time to shop at Folsom Lake Honda, there's one thing you'll always find. Happy people ready to serve you. As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too.
Looking to own or lease? During the spring sales event, drive a brand new Accord or Civic. Visit us today at FolsomLakeHonda.com, your one-stop Honda shop.
Folsom Lake Honda, yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
Only one radio program captures the excitement of hunting and fishing as it happens. The award-winning California Sportsman with Sepp Hendrickson. Only California Sportsman takes you where the action is. Live on the water, live in the blind, and live with the top pros and experts in outdoor sports. California Sportsman with Fishing Hall of Famer Sepp Hendrickson is your premier destination for all things outdoors. Sepp's Saturday Morning Outdoors. Ultimate Bass and California Sportsman, 5 a.m. to 8 a.m. Saturdays on Sacktown Sports 1140.
To infinity and the ballpark. Join the Sacramento Rivercats for Toy Story Night on Saturday, April 11th, and then bring your best furry friend to bark in the park on Sunday, April 12th at Sutter Health Park. Get your tickets at rivercats.com.
The Subaru Spring Service event is on at Maida Subaru. Visit MaidaSubaru.com to see special savings on tires, brakes, oil changes, and more. Find everything you need to make your Subaru ready for the adventures ahead. Don't miss the Maida Subaru Spring Service event. Factory-trained technicians, genuine Subaru parts, everything your Subaru needs, all at very competitive prices. Conveniently located off Business 80 between Fulton and Watt. See our specials or schedule service at MaidaSubaru.com. Love every mile.
Pick a side, any side. It's time for Pick a Side on Matt and Kayla.
It is time to pick a side. A crop of topics that we are ready to dive into. Let's get it going. Kyle, what's topic number one?
All right, topic number one is about Luka Doncic. Luka, during the month of March, averaged 37.2 points.
It's been crazy.
8.2 rebounds, 7.1 assists, and 2.3 steals per game.
Bonkers.
I think he was 8 points per game higher than the next closest player in the league.
He also got suspended for picking up his 16th tech.
That did happen.
I know, I just saw that.
But in that game that they won, his coach, JJ Redick, said if he keeps up this pace, he should be the MVP of the league. So I throw it to you guys. Should Luka be in the MVP convo with Jokic, SGA, and Wemby?
100% he should be in the conversation, but he's not winning it or leading it right now. It truly depends on how the Lakers end their season. Like, they've been on I hate the Lakers, but they've been on a pretty significant climb because they were doo-doo to start the season. They were not looking good. And that is very much, sorry LeBron, that is Luka's team, and that's even more Austin Reeves' team than it is LeBron's.
But LeBron, give him credit, he's accepted the role
100%.
of not being the guy, and it's helped them.
And he's still played brilliantly.
Yeah.
Like, it's not to disparage LeBron. It's just we know when the Luka trade happened, we knew what it's about in LA.
Mm-hmm.
It's Luka's team. Mm-hmm. And Luka's been playing sensational basketball. I mean, the numbers speak for themselves, and the Lakers are on a colossal climb right now. If they keep that momentum up, let me just bring this up really quick to make sure I understand the standings correctly in the position that they are currently in. I believe they're in third, actually. They leapfrogged the Denver Nuggets. They're 49-26. I don't think they're catching San Antonio and Oklahoma City. They're 10.5 in the third spot. They're 10.5 games back of the Thunder in that top spot.
So they literally cannot.
They can't. I mean, there's a very good argument to be made, Luka Doncic over Nikola Jokic with those numbers and the fact that the Lakers are better.
I think if you're going to put him up against anyone, that would probably be the one that he would win going head-to-head with. But we all know that the MVP is a one-guy winner.
You're the star.
And you can only pick one. And I think right now, and we just saw SGA do it again last night, like SGA I think is the guy. He's been able to, for the most part, from start to finish, be that guy. And I think for Luka, give him a lot of credit. He should be in the race. So the answer to the question technically is yes for me. He should be in the MVP conversation for what he's done lately and getting the Lakers back in the mix, because he clearly has spearheaded that whole entire thing.
Right.
But it's just, for me, it's more of a like, what have you done the entire season? And for that, I have to go to SGA.
Counterpoint, or just quick side question. Does Luka have a better argument for MVP than Wemby?
The
Spurs are a better team.
That's hard.
But Luka's numbers are better.
Yeah. I mean, technically, if you're going to go from the numbers standpoint of things, yeah.
I think Luka's.
I think so.
I think Luka's got a better argument, too.
Now, Wemby's going to win Defensive Player of the Year.
Sure. Because he's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, I would say that.
And Luka don't play defense.
Nope.
2.3 steals per game.
Woo.
That would lead the league, other than, I think, Dyson Daniels.
Steals are not an accurate representation of defense.
Yeah, I know, but I wanted to do the argument that would make me correct. Even though, steals are pretty not important. Like, they're pretty clearly the four, but, like, there's just 4 guys now in the league, right? It's those 4,
Yes.
and then maybe Giannis.
Yeah,
Someone mentioned Jaylen
all
Brown.
international talent, by the way. Jaylen Brown's had a phenomenal,
And he's had a really good season.
great season, and the Boston Celtics have been a great story. And I love Jaylen Brown. He's not on that on that tier with those other guys.
Also, like, in a world where Wemby didn't exist, like, Derek White might be the defensive player of the year.
Derek
this
White's
year.
been balling.
Like, Derek White has been crazy good.
Yeah, he's done a lot.
It's one of the best trades probably one of the best trades of the last, like, 5 years in the league. But
All right, next question, y'all.
all right, next up, I don't know if you saw this, more WNBA. The Connecticut Sun are being sold to the Houston Rockets owners for $300 million.
Yep.
And they're going to recreate the Houston Comets starting next year, which really sucks for Connecticut. Like, they had tried to sell the team to Hartford, and the WNBA blocked it. And it's a very weird story to basically just steal Connecticut's team, basically. But if they're bringing back the Houston Comets, will we bring back the Sacramento Monarchs in the next 10 to 15 years?
Oh, yeah. In the next 15 years? Yeah. First of all,
I would love to, but
this is all on growth of the city. And the city's not going to get smaller. It's going to get bigger.
Yeah.
It might take more time than other cities to get to that point, but it's going to get to that point. And so I will tell you right now, in 15 years, there's going to be another professional team here. And if anything, it's probably going to be basketball related. So, yes, I would say in the next 15 years, the Monarchs could have a return.
That's a very interesting discussion between the WNBA. I guess we could put the NHL in there.
Mm-hmm.
Major League Baseball or MLS.
MLS might be first.
I was gonna say, what's the what? I guess rank. We're not doing this now, but what would be like the order? I wonder of like likelihood.
I think MLS would be first. Maybe we can do this summer more in depth. But I think MLS would be first because Sacramento has already courted MLS, and they're doing everything right now to expand the stadium.
Got the stadium coming.
So I think MLS would be first, but I think women's basketball could follow that shortly.
I don't see the WNBA bringing the Monarchs back with the Golden State Valkyries existing. I just don't think they're going to do it.
That's crazy, man.
Even if they get up to 30
don't
teams?
Think so?
I don't think they're going to do it. I think there's.
Oh, that's a tragedy then.
I agree. I'm not saying.
Because you're pretty much saying the Bay Area has all the rights to have the teams, and that Sacramento can't be big enough or supportive enough.
We know the stupid comments outside of Sacramento outside of California that Sacramento is part of the Bay Area anyway. There are genuinely people that think that way.
Well, it's not.
But the Monarchs, again, historically, were supported by Bay Area fans and Sacramento fans, right?
Yeah, I get that, but again, you're going to grow.
I agree with you that it should be a thing. I think the WNBA is going to use the Valkyries as an excuse to find any other potential market to add an expansion over Sacramento. That's just my personal feeling on the situation.
I get you.
I hope I'm wrong.
Yeah, well, Portland just got theirs, so.
And that's good. Very well deserved.
People in Sacramento are going to root for are going to root for the Valkyries is essentially the argument. But
yeah, well, not if the Monarchs came back, but yes.
Yes. Without the Monarchs, people will just become Valkyries fans.
They already are.
Yes. Right. But the one thing that I think is changing the conversation is that the WNBA is moving towards they want NBA owners in NBA established arenas to buy their teams.
Right.
That's the model they're trying to move to. That's the thing with Portland and Toronto. The Valkyries are owned by the Lakers. The Rockets just bought this team.
Portland, I believe, is selling.
Huh?
I believe Portland.
The Trailblazers?
Like they're in talks.
Yeah, the Blazers sold, but the Blazers ownership group also owns the new WNBA team that's starting this year.
Right.
So if you expand far enough out, eventually you're going to get to if an NBA team if they want already NBA established arenas. If you expand enough, I think eventually they might land on Sacramento just because they already have an NBA ready venue.
I mean, 15 years from now, that's a long time.
You're right.
And I do think the growth will skyrocket in the next several years.
By that time, the Kings will at least have a championship, and
Yeah.
they'll see the parade, and they'll see the fan base, and they'll go, you know what? We want the WNBA back there. Let's manifest it, baby.
Yeah.
I like that.
That's how the Monarchs got here in the first place, right?
Exactly.
Without the title.
Next question.
And I guess
Not the
that's-
title part, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's
one day.
fair.
Yeah, one day that will come.
So Kayla brought this up. Maybe you can give more context to
Yeah.
it. So Steve Kerr wrote a letter out of the blue
Yep.
to John Schneider of the Blue Jays.
Correct. After they lost, obviously, in the World Series. And he says, I don't know, but I don't know you, but I felt compelled to reach out after watching your incredible leadership on display during the World Series.
Love that.
This was obviously from Steve Kerr. What's the question? And then I'll explain why I put this in here.
All right, you wanted to say, well, are handwritten notes and thank you cards, should they be a thing again?
Yes, and for some people, maybe they were never a thing. But growing up, I was taught as a kid, at some point, at some age, that being respectful to my relatives and to people at Christmas and all of those things, that there's something that's done for you. You take the time to write a handwritten note.
Right.
And you send it in the mail.
Yep.
And maybe that isn't how some people were raised, and that's fine too. But I looked at this and I was like, that's freaking awesome. Like, I really like the fact that he just felt compelled to send a handwritten note to John Schneider. Like, because we don't talk about, things like that anymore. So I was like, I think we should, make it a thing to handwrite things, maybe send some thank yous every now and then. Maybe I'm just old school because all of my stuff I do is literally on a notepad and it's writing, but I thought I'd bring that up.
No, I love the story. I think it's great from Steve Kerr. One of the things I learned as my career has gone on is coaches very much are a fraternity, regardless of what sports or what sport you coach. It's always been a big thing here in Sacramento for the head coach of the Kings and the head coach of the Republic to have a relationship, and they've always kind of talked and shared. And you'll see at training camp, Mike Bibby was here all the time. Sac State head coach, of course. Mike has the history with the Kings, but we've seen Jim Less with UC Davis here. Coaches get together and
they
talk
intertwine,
all the time, and it's not just for the same sports. So I love stories like this, and I'm glad you brought this up. In terms of the handwritten notes thing, in my family, very much you handwrite birthday cards and things like that.
Oh, okay, you do
don't
that
just,
too.
You don't just sign. You write a note, and that's a very big thing in my family. However, I cannot tell you how much I loathe thank you cards. Loathe
Writing them?
My mom would have to force me, and it's torture, to write thank you cards to every single family member for every single present I got. My wife made us do handwritten thank you cards for all of our wedding gifts.
Yep.
Hundreds.
Yep.
Of them. Hell no. I hate writing thank you cards.
But
Hate
don't
it.
you ever feel like after you do it, I'm not saying I love the process of it because it is a lot, but after I do it and I send them out, I'm like, I feel good. I feel better about handwriting some thank yous.
Nope. Because my wrist hurt.
Oh.
My wrist and hand hurt. But I'm very intentional about when I write a birthday card. I write at least something special or dedicated or something that's between myself and whoever I'm giving the card to.
The underlying point, though, is you're just doing something that shows you put time and effort into it, right? I think that's the sentimental
Correct.
value.
And I think a lot of nowadays we do not do that
yes,
for anything.
And apparently money, too, because have you seen how much cards cost nowadays?
Yeah,
But-
and you can always get those stack of thank you cards that come in. That's what I do. I just get the big bunch of them that are different colors or something, and then you just have a whole bunch of them to use.
My version of that, because I don't do thank you cards like that. I haven't mailed anything in a while, but thank you cards, my version of that is phone calls. Just call someone on the phone instead.
Yeah, I like that too. Hey, I'll give your generation props for you doing that one. I like it.
Phone calls are good. Caller ID made me... Man, I tell you what, answering
That's
phone,
still a thing, by the
answering numbers that I don't know who they are, I almost never do. And when did the world change to if there's a knock on your door or a doorbell that you're not expecting, you want to hide? That's who I am.
I never answer.
I want to hide. I hate when people knock on my door. Go away. Go away. I don't want to hear you.
But now that's happening with our cell phones, too, because we get bombarded with so many calls we don't want that we're just like, oh, I got a call. I don't want to answer it.
Yep. Oh, that's all the time.
At least now it says spam.
If the number's not saved, I don't think I'm picking up.
Mhm.
It's going to voicemail, and then I'll listen to the voicemail and call you back if I actually care. We'll take the break. When we come back, I love talking to this guy, the high flyer. Henry Turner joins us. He is in Toronto with the Kings right now. The Kings play the Raptors tomorrow, fresh out of practice. So HT will be able to give us some insight of what life is like on the road with the Kings right now with 6 games remaining. HT joins us next. It's Matt and Kayla, Sacktown Sports.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Granger. Granger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRANGER, click Granger.com, or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
If your business depends on reliable vehicles, it's time to upgrade your fleet at myelkgrovechevrolet.com. We specialize in fleet pricing, bulk discounts, and fast approvals, so your team stays on the road and on the job. From work trucks and vans to fuel-efficient sedans and SUVs, we have the inventory, service, and financing to keep your business moving. Call or visit myelkgrovechevrolet.com today and ask about exclusive fleet savings. myelkgrovechevrolet.com. Driving business forward.
Growing your business? It's all about having the right team on the court. At Bank of Marin, we partner with businesses in the greater Sacramento area, delivering personalized service and local expertise to help you make a slam dunk. Whether it's customized lending or solutions to keep your business growing, you'll benefit from local decision making. Expanding, acquiring additional assets, or building a lasting banking relationship? We're ready for tip-off. Bank of Marin, your local business bank. Visit us at bankofmarin.com. Member FDIC.
Gold demand is skyrocketing to record highs. As more Americans rush to preserve their savings, will there be enough gold? I'm Dr. Ron Paul, and I believe physical gold is the only way to truly protect your 401k or IRA savings. Gold offers tangible security that can't be tracked, stolen, or inflated. That's why I strongly advocate for gold IRAs. To learn more, text the word SECURE to 989898 now. Birch Gold Group will send you a free info kit on gold IRAs. Birch Gold is the only gold company I trust, and their thousands of great reviews prove I'm not alone. So don't wait another second. Protect your retirement savings today and see how easy it is to move your IRA or 401k into physical precious metals. Text SECURE to the number 989898 for your free gold IRA info kit. Again, SECURE to 989898.
Message and data rates may apply.
Spring is here, and there's really nothing better than hitting the open road in a new Honda. Whether you're shopping new or pre-owned, Stockton Honda has the selection and savings, plus get top dollar for your trade. And while life's roads are often filled with bumps, buying from Stockton Honda couldn't be smoother. Wherever the road you travel might lead, Stockton Honda is happy to get you there. Come in today or go to StocktonHonda.com.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
KHD KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
Sacktown Sports 1140.
It's time for the lunch break. Your calls, your thoughts, your segment. Call or text us at 916-339-1140. It's the lunch break on Matt and Kayla.
Hey, Kayla, you want to have lunch in another country?
Let's do it.
Let's have lunch in Toronto, Canada.
Ooh, I'd love that.
That sound good?
The one place, I've been to Canada several times, but it's one place I'd love to visit is Toronto.
Never been to Canada.
Oh,
would love to go, although I live vicariously through the G-Man, Gary Gerald.
Of course.
And he always, G-Man is a great follow, not just for his King stuff, of course, but G-Man loves to take pictures of food and just different things he does in different NBA cities. And so he took a picture of just gorgeous Toronto during his walk. So I live vicariously through G-Man, and I love that as of late, the high flyer Henry Turner has been on the road with the G-Man. HT's been grinding for years, been a huge part of Sacramento Kings radio broadcasts for a very long time now, whether it's here on game night with Scott Marsh, with Jason Ross, now on the road in Toronto with the G-Man, fresh out of Sacramento Kings practice. HT, how's Toronto, my friend?
Oh, man, you know what? You have to be here to see it.
It is a very, very beautiful city. It's buzzing. Downtown just looks amazing. It's big buildings, a lot of people. If you're into city culture and being in the hubbub, this is the place for you.
Now, HT, I know it's not a one-to-one comparison to Sacramento, of course, but I remember there was a lot of conversation when the Raptors made their championship run, right? And Jurassic Park, which is the area around the arena, was absolutely popping, and we thought the same thing or kind of felt the same thing, and there were comparisons drawn to when the Kings made the playoffs and Doco was flooded with people and absolutely crazy. Do you feel a little bit of, in terms of just the interest and the love of the Toronto Raptors over there, do you feel a little similarities to home here in Sacramento?
No, it's totally different here. it is totally different here. We all talk about, comparing this place to different places. I would say it's probably a little less congested Tokyo. It looks like Tokyo to me. With all the buildings and all the people that's moving around and all the restaurants and, you'll have a basic mall, right? The mall will go up 4 stories, but it goes up to story number 30 because from 4 to 30 is businesses. And all their businesses and stuff, the buildings look down into the mall. I mean, it's very nice here, bro. I am very, very much impressed.
Henry Turner joining us now at Kings on the road tonight, in Toronto. And I know, Henry, you have been in the last couple games. What are you seeing right now with some of the veterans that have been on the bench? And obviously we're seeing more of a showcase of these younger guys. What have stood out to you that you do like?
From the veteran part of it, I'll tell you this. You couldn't pay Russell Westbrook and DeMar DeRozan enough money for what they're doing with these young guys. I mean, off the court, it's amazing. Russell is definitely that guy. He's an alpha male. He does more teaching with these young players just as an assistant coach does. DeMar DeRozan is the exact same way. They're really, pushing these guys. You would think that with Russell Westbrook and DeMar DeRozan both chasing their own type of situation in NBA history, they're still on their own progression as going up the ladder and all type of accolades and stuff. But they're just as equally in tune with trying to get these young guys to get better.
HT, there's no question how influential the veterans have been in the development of these young guys. But have you also noticed, because this has jumped out to me as of late, now that Russ has been playing a little bit less, DeMar has been playing a little bit less, we're seeing these young guys start to take on the responsibility, take on the ownership themselves, and also, especially in the case of like Maxim Reno, right? It's easy to imagine how much Max benefits as a center playing with one of the best point guards of all time in Russell Westbrook. But we're starting to see Max find success in the pick and roll when playing with Nick Clifford, with Killian Hayes, with Malik Monk. We're starting to see him be able to not just be reliant on the superstardom and the Hall of Fame careers of DeMar DeRozan and Russell Westbrook. Are you noticing that with these young guys? Because that, to me, is also a testament to the leadership and the coaching almost from Russ and DeMar.
I will say this, first and foremost, right off the bat, if you are a rookie such as Maxim Reno and you get a chance to step on the floor with a Russell Westbrook, with a Chris Paul, with a Rajon Rondo, a Jason Kidd, or a Steve Nash, I'm talking about it can't get any better because they're going to put you in the best possible position to succeed. Now, with what you're saying is that with Russ going in and out, he can't just sit back and be the recipient of all this candy that Russ is throwing his way.
Right.
Definitely understand that. But he has been understanding that, okay, Russ isn't here. Now you have to go out and get something different. It's a different type of offensive play that he has to be out there, a different type of mindset to where he really has to go get it. And you're starting to see him move in that direction. So, yeah, you're definitely analyzing it the right way.
HT, when it comes to Maxim Reno, and he's been so impressive this year, really getting an opportunity to learn on the spot, and there's nothing better than, in the moment situations to help growth. But what has been the most impressive part of his game growth for you?
Just his basketball IQ. When we first saw Max in Vegas, I was sitting down there with Jason Ross, and we was watching Max, we was watching me, and I told Jason back then, I was like, this kid Max, he's ready. Footwork was ready. Right, left hand was ready. You can't teach 7 feet. 7 feet is what it is. He has that, and being able to slide a little bit. He's 7 foot, but he's not as stiff. He can slide a little bit. So, I always thought Max's ceiling was very, very high just by seeing him in Vegas. Now, all about the opportunity that he's gotten thrown his way, definitely didn't know all of this was coming, because usually most rookies, and especially second-round players, you really don't get a chance to hit the floor your rookie year.
Right.
You really have to develop in the summertime. Summertime, summer league, Vegas, California Classic, that's your time. For Max to be thrown into the fire the way that he has been, it's been, a part of the curse, but a blessing also. He's getting thrown into the fire, but he's getting a chance to learn first and foremost, and he's doing well with it.
We got the high flyer Henry Turner with us. He is in Toronto with the Sacramento Kings. He'll be on the call with the G-Man Gary Gerald tomorrow when the Kings play the Raptors to end this 5-game road trip. HT, I've been looking forward to asking you this question all day long, and it kind of builds off of what you were just talking about. When the Kings drafted Maxim Reno, we heard right away he comes to the practice facility, and he's immediately in the practice facility all day putting in that work, right, getting ready for Summer League. The Kings were in the California Classic at the time. But you can speak to this as a former player. There's the growth you make from the being drafted to training camp through the season, but then there's that first really full off season after your first NBA season. What is that off season like? And while you don't want to put too many expectations on Max, Neek, Dylan, these young guys to make massive jumps in one summer, how essential is that first full off season to their development in your mind?
Oh, let me tell you, man, it's big time. Because, and it's funny that you bring that up, because I just really had a chance to talk to Max, and I talked to Max about that. I told him, I said, young man, I'm very proud of how you playing and how you've grown as a player. Your rookie year, you're doing, some very good things. I said, but understand this. This was very easy for you. This second year, your sophomore year, that's why they call it the sophomore slump. Mm-hmm. Maxim Reno is going to be on the scouting report.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? I don't know what position he's going to be in, but he is definitely going to be on the scouting report. So what you did this year, a.k.a. last year, if you talk about him being a sophomore player, they're going to know you love the little flip shot. They're going to know you pump fake and drive with the left. All of those things are going to be noted. And guess what? Those little pocket passes that you're getting right now, they probably won't be there because they're going to cut them off. Mm-hmm. So in the summertime, you have to work on something else. If you got an A and a B move, summertime, you better have a C come back that sophomore year, because if you don't, they're going to know everything there is that you do. So every year you got to get better, and you got to bring something extra to your game.
HT, I know the era that you played, the physicality was off the charts, and I know Max is more of a kind of a finesse center. He's fluid with the spots that he gets to, his touch around the rim, even that three-point shot that we're starting to see a little bit more of. But I know you were fired up. I have to imagine you were fired up to see how Max has grown from, he used to try to avoid contact as much as possible, to now he's the guy down there initiating contact. Has that jumped off the page to you? He doesn't look too afraid to get physical down low in the paint with bigs now.
He's not. And like I said, a lot of that is coming from Russell. Bro, you have no idea how much Russell is in this young man's ear, telling him exactly what to do. He's even said it in interviews. They asked him, what has Russell told you? He said, do what Russell says. He's definitely learning. When you talk about what should he work on in the summertime? You know, for me, he still has to have a legitimate 3-point shot if he wants to bring those guys out. Because think about it. When he goes up against guys like, you know, Karl Anthony Towns, or he's going to go up against Rudy Gobert, or, you know, players who love to use their physical strength and size, he's going to have to outquick those guys because he's definitely not going to be able to outstrength them. So you really have to find those different type of angles in your game to where, you know, when you play a Draymond Green, yeah, you can stay down there and, you know, catch the ball and go over the top of it. But when you play those other guys that are big, you know, the Randalls of the world, you want to take those guys on the 3-point line. If they come out there, that's where you utilize your pump fake and you blow past them. If they don't, you got to be able to legitimately lock that shot down.
HT, you know, we talked a lot about Max, and I know Neek's situation's a little bit different, and Neek hasn't played as much, obviously, as Max has, but he has played a lot lately. Coming off that ankle injury, I thought he was good in the last game, but overall, what do you see from Neek, who's such a versatile player? Does he need to be more specific in one thing that he does really good, or do you see him on this team just being that versatile guy that can really add depth?
You know, I look at Neek as a Swiss Army knife. You know, Neek was pretty much in the same type of situation as Keon Ellis. You know, Is he a 1? No, but can he play 1? Yes. Is he a 2? Probably that's best where he's best fitted. Is he a 3? Not really, but can guard some small threes. So he can play those 1, 2, and 3 positions. You know, the one thing that I do like about Nick Clifford is that it seems like he's game ready. You really can't speed him up. You know, he catches the ball and he turns. Instead of being like a rookie player, catches the ball and just go. He'll catch the ball, turn and survey and look and see what's going on. You know, to where he's just not really playing off of athleticism alone. He's catching the ball and he's looking, and that's where the basketball IQ kicks in and says, okay, what's the right play for me to make? Instead of doing what a lot of rookies do, give me the ball and I'm going left. Give me the ball, I'm going right. Give me the ball, I'm going to shoot.
HT, you're fresh out of practice there for the Kings in Toronto, whether it was today or in other practices that you've been in, and I'm not asking you to reveal any secrets or anything, but is there anything specific that you've noticed that Doug or the coaching staff are asking of Neek? Because like you talked about, he is such a Swiss Army knife. He can impact the game in so many ways. Is it just BU, or are they encouraging him to be a little more aggressive and look for that shot a little bit more?
You know, everybody on this coaching staff has been so positive and so encouraging. You know, starting from Doug, go down to Woody, Bobby Jackson, Mike Miller. All of the coaches have been nothing but positive because, you know, they understand where we are. Building and cultivating the talent is where we are. That's a must. Building a winning culture, that's a must. You know, in that locker room, every last single person, Matt, and you you got some people out there that's going different ways, looking at ping pong balls and the draft and all of that. In that locker room, those things don't matter. It's one thing, and one thing matters only in that locker room, and that's starting to build a winning culture. That's the only thing that matters. So they're still trying to win every last single game that they can possibly win. They're trying to build these guys and get these guys to buy in to what they're trying to do and start seeing some success in it so they can build more in the second year.
HT, I know the NBA, it's a results league, right? That's the game that we play. That's the world that we live in. But results aren't always wins and losses, right? That might be the main thing. And of course, the wins and losses don't look too great for the Sacramento Kings, but there have been results in terms of the development of the young guys. And that's one of the areas where I think Doug Christie has really stood out to me. This coaching staff has really stood out to me over the, let's call it, second half of the season, is you have Max becoming or putting himself in the conversation for all rookie. You have Neek, who, when healthy, has been playing almost 40 minutes a night, HT. Like, he's getting a lot of run out there right now, and he's showing growth. Dylan Cardwell became a full contract recipient after starting the year as an undrafted 2-way player. How much of the quote-unquote results league, how much is the result of this season. Look what Doug and this team have been able to do with these young guys to put them in a position to build upon a foundation next season and beyond.
You know, I don't know who's going to be the one that's, evaluating Doug, or who's going to be the one that judges Doug. But here's what it is right now. In order for Doug to succeed, Doug has to set a precedent. This is how we want to play. And he puts that to the guys. The guys work hard at that. And this is where it gets kind of sketchy, because, like I said, some people want them to win, some people want them to lose. Well, the thing about it is that if you're trying to change a culture and you're trying to get guys to buy into what you're saying, and they don't ever see anything positive, how long do you think they're going to buy? They're not going to buy into what you're saying. So they have to win some basketball games in order for these guys to say, you know what, this will work if we play the right way. And that's why I say in that locker room, they're trying to win as much as possible to get that mindset to change that culture, because how can you ask players, how can you tell players, it's okay for you to lose? You can lose all these games you want. It's okay. Lose. And then next year, you want to walk in and flip the switch and say, okay, fellas, losing over. Now we got to win.
Yeah.
You can't do it that way.
HT, and I brought this up earlier when we were having the conversation about Doug Christie, because you're right. I mean, it's polarizing right now in what people think should happen moving forward. But what I brought up is I think it's really hard sometimes in a season that brings a lot of adversity, whether that be there's losing games, there's trades, there's all of the things that have happened here in Sacramento. It feels like 6 seasons in one. But one thing that I give full credit to Doug in is being able, you're talking about that culture, being able to keep things together, to, from what we've seen, everything that's happening in that locker room, even all the stuff that could divide them, they have kept things together. The veterans, the youth, they all seem to at least be buying into that part of it. That's hard to do, right?
You know what, Kay, let me tell you this. You must have been in practice today. Because I'm watching these guys practice, and I told Doug straight out, I said, DC, you wouldn't think, watching this practice, you wouldn't think these guys' records are what it is. Believe me, I have been on basketball teams that have checked out.
Yep.
I mean, think about it. We got less than 10 games, and I have been on basketball teams where brothers have said 1, 2, 3 Cancun 15 games ago. These guys are still working hard. They're still engaged. They're still, in tune with what's going on. And and like I said, I give that all the praise to Doug Christie, because these guys are still learning. So, they understand where they are in the standings, but they understand the bigger picture of where they're trying to go to get this culture right.
Henry Turner is joining us from Toronto. He's with the Sacramento Kings out there who take on the Raptors tomorrow. HT, another guy that I know is huge for morale, and I know you love this dude because we've had many conversations about him over the years. I'm talking about Malik Monk. Right, I've noticed Malik. I mean, he always brings a different energy when he plays, the 6-man energy off the bench, but just to that locker room and the conversations that they have. I was in the locker room before a Kings game a couple of weeks ago, and he was giving Doug McDermott hell because they were golfing, and I asked Doug about his golf game, and McDermott tried to downplay it like he wasn't very good, and Malik wouldn't let him have it. Like, that's just the energy that Malik brings on a daily basis. But me personally, I feel that Malik has really bought in the same way some of these other veterans have to teaching the young guys in his own way. I don't know what Malik's future is on this Kings team. He's had to deal with his name brought up in rumors all year long. But what do you think of the importance of Malik, what Malik brings to this team's culture, and how much he has embraced a mentorship role with some of these younger guys?
It's so funny you talk about Malik Monk, man, because Malik Monk is 100% genuine.
Yep.
Malik is going to give it to you raw and uncut, and I love him for it. I would say vocally wise, just straight out telling you what's going on and what's happening, he's right behind Russell Westbrook. Debo does it in a different type of way because D is a lot quieter. He leads by an example, and don't get me wrong, he is a hell of an example. DeMar DeRozan does things a lot of people don't understand how he gets it done, but it shows in his game. But for Malik Monk to come off the bench and be a guy that, really changes the game. He's helping these guys come along too, because he is one of those guys, and I'm very proud of him, because I honestly thought that when they took the starting role for Malik, he could have easily took the situation of, well, you know what, I'm not starting to forget it. Because he had let it known he wanted to start. He let that be known last year.
Yep.
He wanted to start. So when they took the starting role from him and put him back on the bench, and he had got paid. Think about that. He has got paid. So he could have easily said, I'm done.
Yep.
Y'all go ahead and do what you want to do. I'm going to sit here and watch this thing, and it's crashing. I'm going to sit here and watch it. But he hasn't been that way, man. I mean, he's really been positive. He's really been forthgoing and, come in and help the young guys. So, I'm not trying to paint a rosy picture here for this season, because the season's been dismal.
Sure.
It's been horrible, but it is what it is. But what I'm saying is that trying to work and trying to change things and get things going in a different way, I think all these guys are doing the best they possibly can.
And talking about guys doing the best they possibly can, HT, I always find it so fascinating with what goes inside the fire burning of a player like Precious Achua, that found himself on his couch and then found himself off his couch, on the Sacramento Kings team and making the absolute most of it. Like, what do you feel goes into something like that, where he's able to just relish the opportunity? And look, he's helped this Kings team out. I know there's not a ton of wins to show for it, but he definitely has helped.
Kayla, have you seen the motor on that man? Have you seen the will to go out there and do anything that he possibly can to be on that basketball floor? You know where that comes from? That comes from sitting on your couch wondering where your next meal is going to come from. Yep. And what I mean by meal is, where is that next NBA contract going to come from? So he got another chance to get back on the floor. Believe me, you're going to fight, scratch, claw, do everything that you possibly can in your willpower to show you belong on that basketball floor. Think about this. Precious Achua has almost been averaging 16, 18 points and about 7 or 8 rebounds. He's been doing a little bit of everything for the Sacramento Kings. But understand this. They don't run not one play for him. Precious Achua is eating off of hard energy, work, effort, sweat, and tears. He has made the most out of all of his time that he's done through all the players in the NBA, all the players that's on the Kings roster. He has made the most with his time.
HT, don't say it too loud, though. He's our best kept secret. We don't want a playoff team coming and snatching him up this summer. We got to get him back here this summer. I know he wants to come back, but
Betty G, he ain't no secret, bro. Let me tell you that.
You got that right. Well, hey,
he is no secret.
We'll wrap up with this, because obviously a former player, I know you're a player first guy. The two-way contract wasn't around when you were playing. I almost wish it was, because I think it's been a smashing success for the NBA, but particularly here in Sacramento. And from Keon Ellis, Neemias Queta, who's balling as the starting center of the Boston Celtics, to you got Dylan Cardwell, of course, on this team right now. Hell, Daquan Plowden's been balling out as of late and may be on his way to a full NBA contract. Not to mention Precious Achua getting that opportunity. It feels like, HT, if there's anything that the Sacramento Kings have excelled at over the last 5 or so years, it's finding these guys and developing them into these great NBA stories and using the two-way contract and using those spots as well as they possibly could. How much, as a former player, do you think the organization should take pride in something like that? Because I think that's a glowing example of a good organization if you can develop players and have that kind of reputation.
Well, first of all, don't forget, we got DeQuan squared. So
that's true.
Jeffries, we got DeQuan Jeffries who has come up through the G League also. And I will say this about the G League, because like you said, in my day, we didn't have it. I think the G League probably is one of the best moves the NBA has made in a long time. What it allows you to do is it allows you to keep a lot of talent here in the United States instead of a bunch of guys bouncing overseas, and you don't even get a chance to see those guys anymore. So, a lot of teams, they utilize that very well. They keep the talent here, let those guys go down. They cultivate it. So when something happens, like the Sacramento Kings, think about it. We done lost everybody on the roster. So now you get to go down to your G League team and bring some guys up, and hopefully you can pick and choose. It's almost like a pre-draft pick. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, I'm gonna bring him, and him. And I'm gonna bring them up and let them play, and whoever pans out, pans out.
HT, we appreciate you making the time, my friend, all the way from Toronto. We got to have you back on very soon. Can't wait to hear you on the call with the G-Man tomorrow night. Enjoy it. Safe travels home, and we'll see you in the Golden One Center for Kings and Pelicans here a little bit later on in the week.
All right, you guys have a nice one. Light the beam.
Light the beam indeed. The one and only high flyer, Henry Turner, joining us. Shout out to Henry. We'll take the break. When we come back, Mark Cuban, the former majority owner of the Dallas Mavericks, well, he has some regrets about selling the team. Not that he sold the team. It's who he sold the team to. And he's, Mark, he's not afraid to say what he thinks.
Shark Tank.
He's speaking out about it. The shark is circling. We'll talk about that. And if we had our choice of what kind of owner or what team/sport we would want to be an owner in, what would we choose? We'll have some fun with that before Kayla's 2-minute drill, and we got lots of 49ers talk coming, even more sound out of these owner meetings that are happening in Arizona. So much still to get to here on Matt and Kayla, Sacktown Sports.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Granger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRANGER, click Granger.com, or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
When your check engine light comes on, do you see a repair bill? Or do you see peace of mind? For 20 years, CarShield's been the name America trusts to help keep you on the road. While other companies stop covering you when your car gets older, CarShield offers protection plans up to 200,000 miles. With over $1 billion in claims paid, we don't just promise protection, we deliver it. Don't let a breakdown break your budget. Get the flexible month-to-month coverage you deserve. Go to carshield.com. That's carshield.com today.
Capital Casino is conveniently located in downtown, 411 16th Street, and has been a part of the greater Sacramento area for over 20 years. They offer the best variety of games in the region in a safe and friendly environment, and there's plenty of parking, all well lit and monitored by security. Come have a great meal at the cafe and restaurant inside. Capital Casino has the best food, the best service, and the best action. But please always remember to gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
When you take the time to shop at Folsom Lake Honda, there's one thing you'll always find. Happy people ready to serve you. As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too.
Looking to own or lease? During the spring sales event, drive a brand new Accord or Civic. Visit us today at FolsomLakeHonda.com, your one-stop Honda shop.
Folsom Lake Honda, yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
Country in the Park is back. May 8th and 9th at Cal Expo. Miranda Lambert, John Party, Chris Young, Turnpike Troubadours, Dylan Scott, and more. Line dancing, live DJs, mechanical bulls, huge festival area, and food trucks. Tickets start at only $68. Country in the Park, May 8th and 9th at Cal Expo with the California Highway Patrol, Fox Family Heating and Air, and Tecovas. More info at CITPFest.com.
To infinity and the ballpark. Join the Sacramento Rivercats for Toy Story Night on Saturday, April 11th, and then bring your best furry friend to bark in the park on Sunday, April 12th at Sutter Health Park. Get your tickets at Rivercats.com.
Card collectors know there's nothing as special as a rare one-of-one card. And now you can hear a very rare one-of-a-kind sports card show right here on Sacktown Sports. Whitey Gleason here inviting you to join me and Mr. True Sports Cards himself, Imran Pilati, for the True Sports Card Show every Saturday morning at 10 on Sacktown Sports. It's the only sports card radio show in the nation. For all your hobby needs, get to True Sports Cards, 6661 Stanford Ranch Road in Rockland. And for hobby insight and fun, join us for the True Sports Card Show Saturday mornings at 10 on Sacktown Sports.
Hagen Oaks knows you can buy a driver off the shelf anywhere, but Hagen Oaks is the only place where you'll find total game fitting. The Hagen Oaks TrackMan-powered player performance studio fits clubs to your swing. King's Ballnamic Ball Fitter finds your optimum golf ball. The putter fitting studio makes you a better putter, and FootJoy's 3D foot scanner finds your correct fit. In fact, Hagen Oaks will fit you from head to toe with equipment and apparel to make you the player you want to be. It's total game fitting, and it's only at the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop, Fulton Avenue at the Cap City Freeway.
Matt and Kayla on Sacktown Sports 1140.
Oh, man, I love talking to HT. Henry Turner always does a phenomenal job managing to find the good in every story, because there truly has been good in this Sacramento Kings season that's easy to miss, easy to fly under the radar with everything going on. Now, of course, a whole lot of bad, too. But Henry providing the good, it's refreshing. And he's in a good mood because he's in Toronto.
He's in Toronto,
I mean,
and it is like, what did he say? Hong Kong.
Tokyo. It's like
Tokyo.
mini Tokyo.
Yeah, it's like just the skyscrapers are huge.
I would love to go. I've never been. That's
I've just seen pics.
When the Kings play the Raptors in the NBA Finals one day, I'll go.
There we go.
There you
See?
go.
And then Brandon Ingram will make you eat your words about not wanting to have the next Brandon Ingram on the Kings.
I said NBA Finals. I don't think Brandon Ingram's going to make the NBA Finals. Sorry, that was mean. I didn't mean that, Brandon. I think you're a good player.
Watch, he's going to end up on the Kings one day.
And then
he comes after Matt. The whole,
hey, Brandon.
yo.
Hey, buddy. He's like 7-1, too, so you don't want to mess around.
No, Brandon's a baller, but I stand by if the Sacramento Kings draft a player this year that ends up having the career of Brandon Ingram, it is disappointing. Sorry.
It seemed like Twitter agreed with you. I don't remember what the final poll results were.
Was it?
Either.
Okay.
I think it was, but it was a good conversation.
I was on your side, too, on that.
You were?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. If I have Kayla, I win.
Was on your side.
As long as I get Kayla, I win.
Yeah.
You know.
Kayla hates Brandon Ingram, too. Okay.
No.
See, he's trying to get us in trouble. He's trying to get us in trouble. Listen, we've had a rocky enough season with things that have happened. We don't need to get in any more trouble. Mark Cuban, polarizing owner.
Speaking of someone who's having a bad season.
Ooh, well, listen, there's been plenty of stuff that happened with the Dallas Mavericks organization, a very significant incident that took place under Mark Cuban's leadership that is not okay. So I'm not like he's not a phenomenal human being or anything like that. I don't know. I've always enjoyed Mark Cuban's ownership style. I've always enjoyed the fact that he is front and center and he is very much a fan and very involved, but it always seemed like there was a line into basketball operations that he would not cross. That is my outside perspective.
So not Jerry.
Not
Jones style. Exactly. Do you get what I'm saying?
Jerry Jones is just, ugh.
Sorry, I just saw him on my Twitter feed because the NFL.
Also, I don't want to break your facade, but no, he very much was involved in basketball decisions.
Yes, but there was a line in theory that he would not cross in terms of I'm vetoing and hard stopping everything or anything that, because all owners have to ultimately sign off on any moves that a general manager makes. So that's the involvement that they have in basketball operations. But again, conversations that I've had about Mark Cuban, and from what I understand of Mark Cuban's style, yes, he would share his opinion, and he was always a very loud voice in the room. I'm not saying he wasn't that, but there was not from what I understand, there was not a like, oh, this is the move you want to make? Hell no, I don't like it. We're going to do it my way. I could be wrong on that, but I've not heard anything of that sort, specifically when it came to incidents that happened in basketball-related decisions over the course of, I'm sure he was involved in a lot of things. It's Mark Cuban. I've really enjoyed him being the guy that is courtside cheering. The Maloofs were very much like that back in the day, too.
That's what I heard, that they were like
Maloofs,
that.
Gavin and Joe were always courtside losing their minds during the early 2000s, the late 90s, those glory year teams.
The original Ballmers.
Yeah, Ballmer's another good example. Now, of course, there's a lot going on with the Clippers and certain trees and companies and things of that nature that aren't so great. But I think Steve Ballmer's phenomenal for the league. I think Steve Ballmer's fun. I like the energy that he brings.
He's not just there in a suit and kind of like stiff and you don't
Right.
see their faces change.
I want people who
Yeah.
to own teams who actually love the game and love the team,
Mhm.
not this is just a business investment of
There you
mine
go.
and I'm leaving.
I get what you're saying.
Like
with it.
people that care, like truly care, and I've always kind of put Mark Cuban in that category.
He's also been very good at hiring good people over the years.
Yes,
Yeah.
he has.
Absolutely. I
Well-
mean, i.e. why he's on Shark Tank and he does that kind of stuff. He's good at that.
He says he has some regrets though when it comes to selling his majority stake in the Dallas Mavericks. Now I do still believe he's a minority owner. I think he still has like a 27% stake in the franchise.
Okay.
So he still has a decent chunk of the pie, but he's not the guy anymore.
Yeah.
He sold that majority to who is it? Patrick Dumont.
Which is it's the Adelson family, but he's the person who Adelson married.
Yeah, Adelson and Dumont families. Cuban said, I don't regret selling. I regret who I sold to. Again, remember, he's a minority owner.
Ooh.
I made a lot of mistakes in the process, and I'll leave it at that. He got $3.5 billion for selling his majority
Freaking
stake.
crazy, man.
So his wallet is just fine. I think he had a line in here that said, like, oh, my wallet's just fine. Like, I don't regret the money that I made. I just regret selling it to people that ultimately greenlit the stupid trade of Luka Doncic.
Because he would have never done that.
No shot.
Never
in hell.
done that.
Ever.
Now, that's where he would have stepped in.
Yes.
And for the good of the organization would have said, we are not trading him.
I'd have to look it up, but I think he had a quote when he still owned the team that was like he would divorce his wife before trading Luka Doncic.
I don't doubt it.
I don't either.
I do not doubt that.
So, this is interesting to me personally because, again, I'm all for being outspoken. In a way, this is like an admission of guilt of Mark Cuban. Like, I kind of let the people in here that did this, but also him going, I didn't have nothing to do with it. I'm on your side, Mavs Nation. I'm on your side. Boo them. Boo them. It wasn't me, even though I kind of low-key did it and I shouldn't have sold it to him in the first place, but boo them.
It's also a crazy story that like Nico Harrison essentially pushed Mark Cuban out after the sale. If anyone wants to find the Tim McMahon story on it, it's insane.
Well, Nico ruined that franchise. Congratulations, Nico.
Yeah, Nico like saw power with the Dumonts and the Dumont the guy was like, "Hey, Nico, can you just let keep Mark in the loop about what's happening?" And Nico was like, yeah, and then never told Mark anything.
Whoops.
I think that it's interesting for Mark because Mark the competitor, because Mark strikes me as he's a businessman, right? But he's got to be competitive to be the best. And clearly, like, selling something and making billions off of it, okay, that's an achievement in its own right. But Mark the competitor and what he wants his team to do in terms of the Mavs, or what he wanted is obviously to hoist a championship and to hoist many of them. And I think knowing that Luka could have really, really obviously helped you get to that spot, and now he's gone in one of the most embarrassing trades of all time in the NBA, that has got to wear on a man like Mark Cuban.
Can I, personal admission here, I think I would be a horrible professional sports owner. I think I'd be horrible at it.
Oh, I think I'd be great at it.
Well, I'm interested to hear your opinions why. I think I would be terrible for very specific reasons.
Okay.
I'm not owning something unless I would not own a team unless I absolutely love that team. Like, I could never give me bajillion, trillion, gazillion dollars. I would never own the Lakers. Like, I couldn't do it. I couldn't own the Warriors. I couldn't own the Dodgers. Never. Gross. I would own the Kings. I would try to own the A's. I would try and own maybe the Raiders, although I think I'd want to avoid football like the plague, truth be told. Because I have the passion and love for it the same way Mark had that passion and has that passion and love for the Dallas Mavericks. So I naturally, because of that passion and love, would want to be courtside every game, would be the guy up and screaming and yelling and being involved. And while I would like to say, easy from this seat, I would like to say I would hire the basketball operations people and get the hell out the way because that's the smart thing to do. I imagine that's not as easy necessarily. But Mark Cuban talks about the public ridicule that comes with ownership when your team is not good.
Yeah.
And how hard and how difficult that can be. And I'm someone who, even though I'm very much in the public, it's not fun to not be liked.
Yeah.
It's not fun to be hated necessarily. And on that scale, I would be miserable. But I could not be the type of owner that just faded into the background and you never heard from, never saw.
Sure.
I would be front and center because that's who I am as a fan.
I get
right?
that.
So I think I would be a
I get that
horrible
explanation.
owner. But you think you'd be great.
I do. And part of it's just the life things I've been through and the places I've been. And I've been so many places and had to jump over hurdles in different parts of my career and stuff. And so it's hardened me a little bit. Now I'll clap back at you. No doubt about it. And I'd definitely be that owner clapping back. But I can admit my faults. Absolutely. And it is, being in the public spotlight, I actually don't love getting scrutinized.
Of course
Nobody
not.
does.
It's not fun.
But owners, I think there's a happy medium. You have to be able to swallow your pride a little bit in some situations and truly hire the people you think around you that are going to make the right decisions. And that's a hard thing to do sometimes. But as long as you trust the people around you and you can still have some say in what's going on, but not stepping the line, you find that balance, I think you could be a good owner. But the biggest part of it is you have to have the passion. You have to have the passion. I think you're selling yourself short. I think if you can deal with the scrutiny, I think you'd be a good owner.
I don't know. I don't think so.
I don't think you're giving yourself enough credit.
I'd be the guy, if my team made the playoffs and I'm sitting courtside and game 6 of the 2002 playoffs happens in front of me, I might attack a referee.
You would be Dan Hurley?
Yeah, I'm Dan Hurley. I'm going forehead to forehead with you.
That'd make for some fun content.
Hell no.
No, it wouldn't,
It would be
because
terrible.
this happened with the Warriors a few years ago. Remember when their minority owner shoved a player?
Yeah, no, that wouldn't be fun.
Well, yeah,
that would be very
a
bad.
player, no.
I wouldn't
But a
actually-
referee, that's
I wouldn't
fine.
actually get physical with anybody. Of course, I've never been in a fight or anything like that in my life. But yeah,
You just could get animated.
Definitely. By the
Just
way,
animated.
if I could own any professional sports franchise, though, I think I'd want to own a baseball team.
The Mariners.
I think I'd want it. Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Baseball would be my go-to. I sure as hell would do a better job than John Fisher. Anyway, coming up next, we're switching to football. It is time for Kayla's 2-minute drill, the biggest stories around the NFL, followed by another full segment of 49ers talk. All of the audio, all the quotes, all the news coming out of these ownership meetings, plus some really cool comments from Dre Greenlaw about returning to the San Francisco 49ers. We got plenty of football coming your way, and it begins with Kayla's 2-minute drill coming up next on Matt and Kayla, Sacktown Sports.
Download the Sacktown Sports app.
Sacramento sports in your pocket. This is Sacktown Sports 1140.
A's fans, the 2026 season is coming fast, and single game tickets are on sale now. Be there for an exciting season packed with theme days, giveaways, and firework nights, including bobbleheads, jerseys, hats, and much more. And getting in is easier than ever. Tickets start at just $8 for select April and May games. From opening day to unforgettable summer nights, there's something for everyone at the ballpark. Get your tickets today at athletics.com/tickets and be part of the excitement this 2026 season.
At Power Business Technology, we're not another big box corporation. We're your neighbors, locally owned and operated. We know what businesses like yours need, from reliable printers to high-performance copiers. We'll help you find the right solution with personal service you just can't get online. Need setup or support? We're just down the road and always happy to help. Power Business Technology, family hometown service with big-time solutions. Contact us today for all your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729, or visit us at powercopiers.com.
If your passion is bass fishing, only one radio show has the action, information, and excitement of your favorite outdoor sport. Ultimate Bass, hosted by Tournament Bass Pro and California Outdoor Hall of Famer Kent Brown, takes you live to where the fish are biting every Saturday morning. Only Ultimate Bass feeds your passion with the latest news, products, tips, and advice from the pros. Ultimate Bass with Kent Brown, Saturday mornings at 5 a.m. on Sacktown Sports 1140, part of SEP's Saturday Morning Outdoors.
Tune in every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday for the Toyota Tahoe Report with Johnny Mosley and me, Elena, bringing you the latest weather conditions up at Tahoe. Brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go places.
It's time for the 2-minute drill. Kayla Anderson has the ball, and she's taking us around the world of football. It's Kayla's 2-minute drill on Matt and Kayla.
JR, I see you on hold. JR wants to talk about Mark Cuban, our conversation that we just had about Mark. JR, I'm going to ask you, if you can't, no problem. I'm going to ask you to stick around until the top of the hour. We'll get you right at the top of the 1 o'clock hour because we got lots of football stories to get to, and Kayla needs every second of her 2-minute drill to get through it all. Kayla Anderson, take it away. What's up on today's 2-minute drill?
That's right. We're talking football. It is a 2-minute drill. You hear the music, you know what we're talking about. And first up, taking center stage. So I'm sure you all have seen this. First and foremost, it has been announced that Las Vegas will indeed be the next site for the Super Bowl. That is followed by Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta and then back to SoFi in Inglewood.
Perfect.
So that's the lineup for the next 3 years.
Las Vegas is phenomenal for the Super Bowl. It was so good when I was there. I'm very glad it's back. It was perfect. It was literally perfect.
I kind of want to experience it. I wish there was a reason for us to possibly experience that.
You mean when the Raiders and Niners are playing in the Super Bowl that year? Brock Purdy versus Fernando Mendoza. Raiders having the home field advantage, but Brock Purdy gets the chance to avenge his Super Bowl loss. I'm working on it. It's a work in progress.
Into existence, Matt.
What if it's Ty Simpson instead?
Yeah, I'm not. We're not going to go there.
Get out.
Yeah, we're not talking about Ty Simpson being any type of starter anytime soon.
Yeah, he's going to get drafted by the Raiders #1.
Kayla has talked more about Ty Simpson in the last week than she ever wants to
exactly.
again. You're going to hate him for life now simply because of the last week.
Probably.
That's like me and McCorkle.
I like Mac Jones now.
Right.
I admitted my guilt. Okay, so the Seattle Seahawks also being announced, taking center stage. The Seattle Seahawks, my Seattle Seahawks, Super Bowl champions, they will be featured on Hard Knocks this season.
Yay!
Coming up this summer, it will be the Seattle Seahawks. I hope the curse does not curse them. I, though, selfishly am very interested in seeing how they put this together. Obviously showcasing beautiful Washington State and everything over there in Seattle. It'll be fun to watch. After that, though, it will be the Patriots that will be.
So this is the next 2
Yes,
years?
it's the next 2 years. So Seahawks this year, then the next summer, it's going to be the Patriots.
I don't know if I like that.
That will be featured.
They're announcing it piss far ahead.
I don't know if I like that because what happens if something changes in terms of big storylines between now? I don't like that.
I don't know, but I think it's something that they decided to do since they were having a hard time, like, getting teams to do Hard Knocks.
Yeah.
So I think they're kind of making teams lock in now.
I get that, I guess.
So we'll see. I'm just excited to see Vrabel. Anything with Vrabel involved in it.
Yeah.
I'm always excited.
I'm not the biggest fan of the two teams that just made the Super Bowl being the focuses of Hard Knocks because I kind of like those underdog stories and those other teams. If I were to choose one of the two of them, though, no disrespect to your Seahawks, I would have chosen the Patriots for this year because they had so much and how do they build upon it and Vrabel and that side of things too. I'm still going to watch it because Hard Knocks is quite literally made for people like me. Like, Hard Knocks gets me every single year and makes me care about specific things of different organizations that I always...
And the underdog stories, all that stuff.
So having it be the reigning Super Bowl champs, maybe it's going to be different for me. I don't know, but I like Hard Knocks every single year.
Yeah.
So I'm going to watch it.
I'm now invested again because of the Seahawks and the Patriots the year after. Also, there is going to be a season 3 of Quarterback on Netflix. That's going to start up in July. We will see who those quarterbacks are.
Didn't all the quarterbacks
it will not
say
be
no
Ty
last
Simpson.
year?
Yeah, I think something like that. But looks like they've got some quarterbacks in the works, so we'll see who it is. Next up, the return of Watson, ? Dun, dun, dun. That is right. Browns owner Jimmy Haslam. I've already given my thoughts on Jimmy Haslam. He said at owners' meetings this week in Phoenix that Deshaun Watson has a great chance, a quote, great chance as being the starting quarterback this season. He, of course, Watson, tore his Achilles back in October 2024. Before that season, he had shoulder surgery, so he has not played in a while. He's going up against Shedeur Sanders and obviously Dylan Gabriel. I'm sorry. I am done with Watson. First of all, he hasn't played in a long time. When he does play, he gets hurt. Like, just give the reins over to your young quarterbacks and let them battle. I don't want anything to do with Deshaun Watson. In my eyes, his career is done. Maybe that's harsh.
The best thing for the Browns is to start Shedeur Sanders and embrace the experiment. That's the best thing that they can do because they're already a laughingstock.
I agree. And build around somebody else.
But the Cleveland freaking Browns.
They can't get out of their own way,
Why
man.
would you even remotely be open-minded to bringing this dude
Because of the money
back?
part of it, because they paid all this money to him.
I'd pay him more to stay the hell away.
I would too.
Bruh.
But the Browns can't get out of their own Brown way. Like, they do everything they want to do the Brown way, and they never depart from that.
Browns are going to Brown.
Yep. Ravens remarks. So, Ravens team president Sashi Brown says the rescinding of what did I just say?
The rescinding?
Yeah, of the Max Brown trade. Yes, that is correct, Kayla. Will not affect the team negatively. He says that the criticism is, quote,
wait, the Max Crosby trade?
Yes.
Yep.
It is due to a slow news cycle. So all the things that we've said on this show, that nationally people have said on the show, he says that that's nothing, that is just because it's been a slow news cycle.
Shut up.
He also says we've got strong relationships around the league. We've emphasized that doing things the right way is the way to go, and we'll continue to do that. This is Sashi Brown saying all of this at the owners' meeting. I couldn't have laughed harder when I was putting together my 2-minute drill this morning.
Again, the worst part of this is just the insult to our intelligence. It's a slow news cycle. You self-righteous son of a you-know-what. Stop acting like you're not the bad guys in this entire situation. You look terrible, and you make yourself look worse by acting like a pretentious bleep throughout this whole situation.
Pretty much.
Knock it off. You look like an idiot. And you look like a jerk around the league. Oh, yeah, I have great relationships. Yeah, everybody to your face is going to go, oh, yeah, you're the Ravens GM. Sure. Well, as soon as you turn around, everyone's going, you're a snake.
Behind the back. Oh, yeah, I like it. God, they're just such a snake organization.
Baltimore Snakes.
Yeah, so I think they should just, zip it for now.
Yes.
And just, refuse to even comment on any of this stuff because they keep on digging their hole deeper.
Slow news cycle.
Yeah, I laughed at that one.
It was in the middle of NFL freaking free agency, you dork.
Mm-hmm. How about this? Flag football ignited. Are we going to see flag football take off? Yes, it's going to come to the Olympics here in LA soon. And then the NFL announced on Monday it will launch a new flag football league. This is according to NFL Network insider Ian Rappaport. It says that they're going to partner with TMRW Sports. They also are with the TGL, the indoor golf league that we talk about all the time. So that's where the money's coming from, obviously. Driving the investment part of it is going to be some big-time people: Peyton Manning, Joe Montana, Steve Young, Larry Fitzgerald, as well as Tom Brady, Eli Manning, Justin Tuck. We've got Bobby Wagner in there, Russell Wilson. These are all just people who are going to buy stock in it. Also, some other sports figures, including Billie Jean King, Alex Morgan, and Serena Williams, just to name a few.
Some huge names connected to it.
Yeah.
When there's that many huge names, usually something doesn't fail.
Do you think it can take off? And I'm not saying it's going to ever be any of these major sports leagues, but do you think it's the next sport to make its move to being a well-watched professional sport?
Is it too much of a cop-out answer to say it completely depends upon the Olympics? Because if
not necessarily.
If flag football does well during the Olympics, I can see an interest in this. I have zero interest in this right now. I know Tom Brady just played recently. Logan Paul was in it. Odell Beckham Jr. doing one-handed catches. To me, it's right up there with the Pro Bowl. I do not care.
Yeah, I think it's hard because I can see when you have kids nowadays and you don't want to necessarily put them into football because of the ramifications of it.
Sure.
Maybe they decide, hey, let's play flag football, and then it becomes something where you do get good athletes in it, and it becomes something, right? And on the women's side, maybe more so with that too, because there's some phenomenal athletes that play flag football on the women's side. But I don't think it will ever become as interesting as some of these other professional sports, or it would take years and years to get there.
It's very similar to Ice Cube's Big Three League, which for a while, the 3-on-3 basketball league, for a while, it was like, oh, this is kind of cool, and you're hearing a lot about it. And now I don't hear a
thing about it. So it maybe a blip on the map. Like it could get some momentum for a minute, but you're saying it would fade off.
Maybe.
It's going to take a long time because every time flag football comes up now, it's like nobody watches the Pro Bowl. Nobody watched that Tom Brady, Saquon Barkley flag football thing. Like, people just don't really have the appetite for it right now. People would rather watch the UFL or XFL or whatever it's called now than even like the high-quality flag football.
I don't care, but I'm interested to see how it is in the Olympics.
Yeah.
But
Well, that's your 2-minute drill.
Right now, I don't care. I do care about the 49ers, though. And there's lots of news, lots of quotes coming out of these ownership meetings in regards to the 49ers. We're going to hear from Kyle Shanahan. We're going to hear from Niners owner Jed York, who had some interesting things to say. We're also going to hear from Dre Greenlaw. But the main piece we're going to talk about is apparently the Niners are now finally going to not use Christian McCaffrey as much.
Are they going to help him?
I'll believe it when I see it. We'll talk about that to start the final hour of the show. It's Matt and Kayla on Sacktown Sports.
Download the Sacktown Sports app.
Sacramento sports in your pocket. This is Sacktown Sports 1140.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Granger. Granger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRANGER, click Granger.com, or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
Russell Peters Relax World Tour.
I go, my parents are from India. She goes, oh, India. See, I knew India. Indian people, you have a big eyes and long eyelash like a cow. Wow, 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 wow.
Saturday, April 18th, 8 p.m., the venue at Thunder Valley.
Wow, 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 wow. I didn't know what to do. I just tipped her one, thank you, bye-bye, and I left.
For tickets, visit ThunderValleyResort.com. Russell Peters Relax World Tour.
If your business depends on reliable vehicles, it's time to upgrade your fleet at myelkgrovechevrolet.com. We specialize in fleet pricing, bulk discounts, and fast approvals, so your team stays on the road and on the job. From work trucks and vans to fuel-efficient sedans and SUVs, we have the inventory, service, and financing to keep your business moving. Call or visit myelkgrovechevrolet.com today and ask about exclusive fleet savings. myelkgrovechevrolet.com. Driving business forward.
You live for this. The wins, the losses, the slam dunks, and the buzzer beaters. The dream that this is your team's year. Hope, it's what keeps you coming back. So you represent with anticipation and with pride. Because when everything's on the line, your support means everything. That's why the NBA Store is here to support you. Check out the largest selection of official NBA gear at NBAstore.com. A Fanatics experience.
I need a little range, step to the range, come on, meet me at the
Introducing the new Chick-fil-A Jalapeno Ranch Club Sandwich. With that juicy Chick-fil-A chicken on a buttermilk ranch bun, jalapeno ranch sauce, and pickled jalapenos, it's a little ranch with a lot of kick. The new Chick-fil-A Jalapeno Ranch Club with original spicy or grilled filet. Available for a limited time only. Order ahead on the Chick-fil-A app.
When your check engine light comes on, do you see a repair bill or do you see peace of mind? For 20 years, CarShield's been the name America trusts to help keep you on the road. While other companies stop covering you when your car gets older, CarShield offers protection plans up to 200,000 miles. With over $1 billion in claims paid, we don't just promise protection, we deliver it. Don't let a breakdown break your budget. Get the flexible month-to-month coverage you deserve. Go to carshield.com. That's carshield.com today.
How was your break?
It was great until I stopped for gas. Prices have gone up almost $1 with no end in sight. I might have to start watching how much I drive.
That's exactly why I use Upside. I never pay full price for gas with the free Upside app.
Upside?
Yes, Upside. It's the free app that gives you cash back just for buying the gas you're already buying. So even with the rising gas prices, I'll never have to limit how much I drive.
Does that actually add up to anything?
Just last year, I made over $200 with the Upside app.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the free Upside app right now.
Download the free Upside app to earn cash back on the gas you're already buying. Use promo code THRIVE25 for an extra 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime, right to your bank account, or an e-gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code THRIVE25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first fill-up. That's THRIVE25.
Offers vary by user and location. Go to upside.com for terms and conditions.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sacktown Sports 1140.
Matt and Kayla on Sacktown Sports 1140.
You know, you want to know what loyalty is?
Yes, please.
Loyalty is this Sacramento Kings fan base, of course, continuing to support the Kings as much as they do. Loyalty is also JR calling back in to make sure he could join the show and be a part of the show, because JR is the epitome of loyalty when it comes to Sacktown Sports. What up, JR?
What up? Hey, you'd make a good owner.
No.
You'd be so awesome.
No.
We would support. Yes, and if you headbutted the ref during Game 5, 100% behind you, Matt.
JR, let's go in together. Let's go in together on an ownership stake, you and me.
Let's do it. I got it right here. I got my back pocket. I love your football, Kayla. You're very good, knowledgeable, but you dropped something, and I didn't know it. Maybe I'm not listening close enough. You're a Seahawk fan?
Yeah, I'm from Washington State. You never knew this?
Oh my!
See,
our
that's
relationship
why
is
I'm
going
really
so.
no. That's why I'm really good at my job.
You
'cause
lost
you
JR.
Didn't even
Oh
know.
no!
Didn't even
God,
know.
I'm not going to introduce you to my parents now. I'm sorry, but that just sucks. Oh, woman! They should be relegated to the CFL. Is what they should do. Put them across the border.
I know, right? I mean, dang, they just won a Super Bowl, but they got to be relegated.
You still got me, JR, in the pits of despair with the Raiders. Don't worry, I'm here for you.
Oh yeah. My fans that are Raider fans, yes. Hey, real quick on the Maloof and Cuban days, and us old Kings fans, those were the days. Those four, well, it was really the two brothers, but you throw in George and what was the girl's name? I forget the daughter's name. Anyway,
I loved her. She was funny.
Yeah, she was actually good too with charities and crap. But the Cuban, and the only thing that made me mad was Mark got to an NBA championship before we did. And we couldn't get that over that hump while they figured out a way that one year. I think they beat Miami.
Yes.
That program, but the battles we had, the greatest one, of course, is our now coach Doug Christie. When he literally, I think he lost his spleen and he just taped it up and put it back in and went back on the court because he was tough as nails.
Yep.
Oh, we had some great battles with the Mavericks. Those were the days.
I'm pretty sure Peja played through something in that series as well. We were so
Weber
banged up in that series. But
God, they were great. What was it, about 99 to about 2005? Yeah, God, those were some good days. Those were the good days of the old Maloofs.
You got that right.
Gavin was good. Anyway, well, hey, Matt, real good with you. Kayla, not so much. Have a good day.
You've lost JR forever.
I'm assuming he's a Niners fan.
I would imagine so.
He definitely would not have that much hate for the Seahawks unless he wasn't.
We had some, to JR's point, we had some epic battles, man. Some epic battles from Nash and Dirk, young Dirk. Versus the Kings of old, and Dirk had that patented turnaround jumper that there was nothing you could do about it. There's just you just hope he missed. You couldn't guard it. There's nothing you could do. And then Steve Nash would just carve up your defense, right? Stockton and Malone days where
Stockton,
when Chris Webber put John Stockton on his ass with a shoulder check. Oh, love
also,
that.
did Chris Webber and Don Nelson hated each other because of that thing with the Warriors?
I think you're right. I don't remember that completely. I remember Greg Ostertag losing his mind when he was part of the Utah Jazz because the Kings pissed him off.
But it was like Don Nelson coached Webber that one random season in Golden State, and then Webber was like, "I hate this guy so much. Please get me out of here."
Then we had the battles with Kevin Garnett's Timberwolves, and Kevin Garnett. He wasn't afraid to say what he had to say. Those battles were fun. We had I used to loathe Michael Finley. because Michael Finley and the Spurs would hit big buckets all the time against the Kings. Those young Manu, young Tony Parker.
Oh, yeah, TP.
Tony Parker.
My guy,
and,
TP.
of course, Tim Duncan. Man, we were so spoiled growing up with, well, I was growing up at least. We were so spoiled.
I was like, I was not, because I was born this century.
The early 2000s, not just the Kings being good, but just the amount of great freaking matchups. Of course, I didn't even have to bring up the Lakers. Man, we were so spoiled.
Got to get it back to that. Got to
the
get it
NBA.
back to that.
Also, I think we still have armless Gavin Maloof over there in the corner. We got a little bobblehead to your other side.
Armless Gavin Maloof.
Oh, yeah.
There he is.
There he is.
There he is.
What happened to his arms?
I don't know. He's just armless now.
Gavin, like Dave was doing his
I know,
analogy this morning, chopped off his arms.
Dave's analogies.
I was like, Dave, where is this going? And then he finally gets to the point. And I'm like, okay, that still doesn't really make a lot of sense. But
I don't understand Dave's
to each his
analogies
own.
most of the time. Let's talk a little 49ers, should we, Kayla?
Yeah, let's do it.
We spent this 24 hours ago, right now, we were talking about some of the first crop of big stories and quotes and news coming out of these summer meetings, ownership meetings, spring meetings, I guess.
Summer, yeah.
Spring, summer, whatever it is. Off-season time, right? It's not like winter meetings in baseball.
It's warm in Phoenix, so we'll say it's summer.
That's true. It's probably gorgeous in Phoenix right now. But we get even more today.
Oh, yeah.
And there's plenty of Niners sound to react to before we get to Kyle Shanahan and Jed York and Dre Greenlaw. The main thing to talk about was the 49ers pledge to rest Christian McCaffrey more. This is a quote from Kyle Shanahan. In order for us to be the running team we want to be, in order to have Christian be as good as he can be throughout the whole year, we've got to get someone to help him.
Yeah.
And that was just a portion of the quote. I mean, Shanahan went on to essentially commit or like at least acknowledge the fact that, hey, probably can't run Christian McCaffrey, not physically run the football, but also pass the ball to him. Just use him as much as we did last season and hope that he stays healthy. Like that last year, it's crazy to say that the Niners had an incredibly beneficial injury luck anomaly in Christian McCaffrey last year, considering all the bad injury luck that they had. But Christian staying healthy truly was an anomaly. And you don't want to test fate twice. But Kayla, do you believe him? Can the Niners get away with not using Christian McCaffrey as much offensively and still compete to the level that they want to?
Well, they don't have an excuse anymore because they are saying that they are doing things in terms of that wide receiver room to help Brock Purdy not have to rely so much on Christian, at least rely on Christian, as a one position type of player. Because, by the way, he led the receivers.
Right.
He led receivers and running backs in yards last year.
He was the offense.
You cannot do that. You
No.
cannot continue to do that. As much as Kyle Shanahan loves and adores CMC for what he's done for Shanahan's offense, he can't do that moving forward. At some point, the horse is going to get euthanized.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was a little intense.
Wow.
Jesus.
It's a little intense, but I'm really trying to paint a picture.
Jesus, what are you doing to Ranch over there? Yeah, Matt's lost it.
Ranch got spoiled. He got left out. He's spoiled, and then you got to throw Ranch away. Let's not do that. Ranch can keep good for a long amount of time if you
Sometimes
keep Ranch in the
if you keep
refrigerator.
riding the horse gets euthanized.
At some point, you got to put her down. Wow, okay.
I'm just trying to be realistic here, people.
Boy, PETA is going to be on us today.
I'm just going to be realistic
That
with
was
you.
a Kayla Anderson take.
I know.
Matt
and
George
you know
had nothing to
what?
do
Those
with that.
things come out of nowhere sometimes. Man,
that was great.
In all seriousness, though, we don't want to see that happen.
No,
to
no, we
CMC.
don't want to euthanize
No,
Christian
because
McCaffrey.
CMC is so incredibly valuable to this team.
Right.
But you have to help him out. So they signed Mike Evans. They're clearly probably going to draft someone in the draft. You got Christian Kirk. So there are things that they're trying to do to help this offense out. They also, I think, need to start realizing that it is also okay to rely on some of your other running backs at times.
Right.
So Jordan James is going to be the guy I think we see a little bit more out of this season.
Mm-hmm.
He'll get a few more carries. If they're really going to stick to we've got to help CMC out in terms of the workload, you got to give more of that workload to Jordan James. I'm not saying a significant amount. I'm just saying a little bit more. It's okay to give a little bit more of the carries away.
Yeah, absolutely they should. It sounds like that's one of the things Shanahan is not directly like committing to, but acknowledging, we can use our our running back core more than just give the ball to Christian McCaffrey and hope he doesn't break. Right. However, it would be insane in my mind for the Niners not to plan for at some point Christian is going to go down.
Well,
they again were so freaking lucky that McCaffrey has a long injury history, none of which is it's not.
He came there with questions from Carolina. Right. Let's be realistic about this. Was a big question.
I hate the term injury prone. I hate it because I think it adds an unfair level of negativity to a player that's just trying to play a game and stuff happens, right? And Christian has had a lot of stuff just happen in his career. So I don't intend to call Christian an injury prone player, but that would be like investing in something and not having a fail safe, not having a backup plan. You have to have some sort of plan in mind for. There's no way Christian McCaffrey is going to be able to, one, handle the same workload that he had last season, and two, we shouldn't expect Christian McCaffrey to play every single week.
No, you want to keep him for as long as you can in this organization.
Right. So if you naturally have to improve your running back room depth and your receiving core, because it's not just protect Christian McCaffrey from getting hurt, it's being able to survive when Christian does get hurt. And I say when, not if, because all signs point to something's going to happen. And let's just hope it's in he's out for a week with a little bump versus the catastrophic. It doesn't always have to be catastrophic, but you have to be able to win an important game on week 8 against Arizona at home. You have to be able to win that game while giving Christian McCaffrey that rest to keep yourself in the position to play Seattle in week 18 or whatever the circumstance may be. You just always have a plan B with Christian McCaffrey, and the Raiders got so lucky. The Niners got so lucky they never had to address that this past season.
I think part of that, though, is the one thing about Kyle Shanahan that I will kind of get on a little bit is he is a bit stubborn in the way that he does things, right? Because he's set in his ways. He's a little stubborn with these are my guys. These guys are going to play. I'm going to run them ragged, whatever it is, because these are my guys. They're going to help me win the games. I think with the running back position moving forward, though, while CMC is going to be your guy as healthy as he can stay and, as long as he's a Niner, there's no doubt about that. But I think Shanahan kind of needs to walk it back a little bit and just swallow his pride a little bit and allow for the future to somehow present itself at that position, whether that be next year drafting a running back in the 3rd round or, they're always going to be valuable running backs in that. You don't have to draft them like a Jeremiah Love this year at number 4 or 5 or 6 overall. I'm not saying that. You can always find a running back and kind of help them develop into your starter. You're not going to probably strike gold every time like a CMC that they got in a trade, but they need to start planning for the future because CMC is not going to be, he's not a vampire.
Yeah.
He's not going to last forever. Right. This isn't, what was that Brad Pitt movie with the vampire movie?
With Tom Cruise?
Yes, it's a very famous one.
I think it's Interview with a Vampire.
There we go.
I don't know if I've seen that.
Well, they don't die.
Vampires.
And it stars Brad Pitt, who is pretty much CMC in the NFL.
In one conversation, Kayla managed to bring up a euthanized horse analogy and then a vampire analogy with Christian McCaffrey. And you know what? I understood all of it.
See? That's what I'm trying to get.
I was there.
There we go.
I hear you.
There we go.
Love where your brain goes. I love where your brain goes.
The world may never know.
Should we hear from Kyle Shanahan?
Yes.
This was one of the most this was like a classic Kyle Shanahan quote. I've had the opportunity I had very brief conversations with Kyle when I was there at training camp. Kyle, he's always been a nice guy, but he's very much like, I'm here because I'm obligated to be here.
Sure.
And he has that attitude in all of his press conferences. And I've been able to, first off, the press conference room that they have at Levi Stadium is gorgeous. Like, it's
very
just
nice.
stunning.
I haven't been down there.
Everything about Levi Stadium. You're going to be at Levi Stadium a lot this fall.
I hope so.
I expect, and Levi Stadium is wonderful.
Yeah.
Like, I really enjoy going down there. But Kyle will say things and have that like little smirk on his face because he's just like, you know how I really feel about this, but I'll soften it up as much as I can. There was very much that smirk on Kyle Shanahan's face when he was talking about the 2 international games that the Niners have to play this season.
I was so fired up. That was our goal, to go 19 hours away to play a game. So I think we're going back in time or into the future. I think we gain a day or lose a day. I'm not sure which one yet, but it is what it is. We'll deal with it. And I think there's 8 international games. We got 2 of them, so we're fired up about that.
He's such a smart ass.
I can see. I didn't see the clip. I didn't visually see it.
So
but
fired
I can
up.
see the little smirk on his face saying this. But look, I would love to go to Australia, but I would like to go to Australia, enjoy it, and have a week to do it, and not have to worry about coming back and then preparing for another, football game or whatever. Even if it's a bye week, I can't remember for the Niners if it is. I'm sure it is.
The Australia, it's week 1.
Yeah, but do they play the next week? I haven't even looked.
And they get like 12 days off.
Yeah, there's like some sort of a weird gap.
I don't think it's a bye, but it's like
They
longer.
get some time, but that's still a lot.
And they also remember the week there because there's not 4 weeks of preseason anymore.
Correct.
And then there's that final week. So they'll have a lot of time.
Right.
But it's still, you're flying across the world.
It's a lot, and I get it, but it's like, you know what, though? That's the league is the league, and it's going to take every opportunity it can to continue to make money. And Kyle's right. Like, he has to just kind of like, give the little smirk and say, yeah, well, we're going to do it.
I'm so fired up.
2 international games. I get it. Mexico City's not that far. It's still 2 international games.
Sure.
It's still it's still a home game or whatever that's taken away.
The one thing that Kyle's going to make those kind of smart ass remarks and kind of that cocky smile while he lets you know how he really feels, even though he doesn't say it.
Mm-hmm.
But the one thing I don't think Kyle Shanahan is ever going to do is make it an excuse in any kind of way. And
he can't,
I'm very curious if the Niners season doesn't go the way that they're hoping it will go. And I'm not saying the Niners are a bad team, but simply they don't catch the Rams. They don't catch the Seahawks. They don't really truly compete for that division. How much of an excuse does that become? Again, not for the Niners. I'm not expecting anyone from the Niners to really use that as an excuse because that won't fly. But whether it's Niner fans or just the conversation around the 49ers, man, those 2 international games, that added a heavy load on their plate.
I don't want to hear any of that. That's the thing. I don't want to hear any of that.
Yeah.
And to know that there's always going to be in a season, there were injuries or last year, what you loved about the Niners and what you loved about the approach was that was never an excuse.
Right.
Like all the injuries that happened, they took it and made it something in terms of, hey, we're not done yet. And at some point they were done, right, in the playoffs. But I didn't even expect them to get that far.
Yeah.
With some of these games that they were just throwing like 3rd, 4th depth pieces out there and saying, okay, let's just go win games with what we have. I mean, that I loved because they did not use that as an excuse.
You know how justified Kyle Shanahan would have been if the camera caught him after like George Kittle's injury and he just takes a baseball bat and just starts destroying like the iPads.
Wouldn't
or
you
whatever.
do that? I'm not going to lie. I think you guys know me on this show. I'm feisty as you know what. I would throw something or slam down a headset.
Those Microsoft Surfaces that they had, I would have broken one over my knee with the amount of injuries.
Didn't Brady do that sometime on the sideline? Wasn't that
I'm sure he chucked
that
them.
hit of him? Like he was like breaking it in half. I can't remember exactly what
like
it was.
there's the famous. When I think of like athletes breaking things, the first thing that comes to mind is is Big Papi beating the crap out of that bullpen phone with the bat. That was like an epic moment. I'm amazed nobody got hurt from that. But like Shanahan would have been justified absolutely losing his mind with the amount of injuries. And truly the only time I can remember the camera catching Shanahan like going like visibly very angry was I think when Jake Moody missed a field goal. I think that's when he was just like, come on.
It's like, do your job. And that is it's so funny you bring that up. And he's not the only coach that's like that. There's so many coaches that's like, they don't want to ever have to deal with special teams. Vrabes was like that. Mike Vrabel, if there was something that came up about special teams that he had to deal with, he's like, y'all need to just do your job. You guys go over there and practice. You do whatever you want. So I expect you, when game day comes, to hit that extra point or to hit that field goal. So yes, that doesn't surprise me. That's probably the most animated he's got when a special teamer misses a kick.
Well, Niners owner Jed York was also available for interviews and spent some time speaking to the media. Couple things to play for you from Jed York's comments. He talked about the disadvantage, if it is truly a disadvantage, or the amount that the California state income tax plays a part in free agency decisions and attracting free agents to sign with the Niners and other California teams.
It'll come up, but I think it comes up more as an excuse from an agent because I'm blanking on the guy that one of the players, a defensive lineman, I think that went to Tennessee, but he had a connection to
this
Sala.
year.
Yeah,
Franklin Myers. Yeah.
I knew the JFM. But I mean, like that comes up after the fact. But he has a connection with Sala. Like I don't believe that that's really what made the decision, right? You know, Mike Evans came here from a zero tax state, right? Like I don't think that that's a major issue.
Well, first off, I like that Jed York did acknowledge or say, like, yeah, I think it's more of an excuse than anything. But sorry, Jed, we're going to have to pivot really quick because Kayla Anderson's got some breaking news.
Yeah, breaking news.
When it breaks,
That's right.
Have it first.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard that this is almost impossible, and I want to share right now.
She's laughing. I'm so scared.
That,
what is this?
It's funny.
Carmichael Davis followed me on Twitter /X.
No, that's standing ovation.
Yes!
That's standing
That
ovation
is
right there.
breaking news, baby. I cannot believe that this is happening, folks.
It took me almost a decade to get that man to follow me. And here's the thing. It's not really a badge of honor.
I don't even
Let's
follow him.
go! Dave followed Kayla first.
Now don't follow him, Kayla.
Yeah.
Don't follow him back.
So
he has to earn it from you.
Okay.
Nope,
so
he has to earn
that's
it
the
from you.
advice you guys are giving me?
Hell yeah.
Yes, don't follow him back.
Because I'm going to say this is what my teammates said to do.
And Dave's not going to even be here tomorrow. So
That's right. That's right.
He's a coward on April
Not going
Fool's
to be
Day.
here. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Okay.
I'd forgotten about April Fool's Day. How are we going to fool you guys tomorrow?
You guys, I'm now scared because I always forget. Even though you're telling me this right now, I'm going to forget.
I will look you both in the eye right now, and it's your choice whether you want to believe me or not. I will look you both in the eye and tell you.
You just did a side smile smirk like Kyle Shanahan.
I will look you both in the eye and tell you I do not partake in April Fool's jokes.
I don't believe
I will look you both in the eye right now and tell you I will not do anything for April Fool's Day tomorrow.
Well, I'm not because
It's up to you if you want to believe me or
I don't have
not.
enough time to try to scheme something.
Kayla's like, I would do something. I just don't care.
I mean, all I'm going to say is watch out for those vegetables I bring you tomorrow. Am I right?
Uh-oh.
Well,
Pepto-Bismol.
I
Where are the Cheez-Its?
Oh shoot! I'm
Jesus,
sorry,
Matt.
you guys. I came home last night and I was so tired. Well, I did get in a workout, but after that, I was so tired, and I went straight to bed. And then I woke up this morning very lethargic, and I promise I'll bring them tomorrow.
But no excuses.
No, see, now I don't want them tomorrow because they're going to be April Fool's Cheez-Its.
No, I'm not.
And you're gonna,
I'm not going to have them opened.
Drizzle Pepto-Bismol on
No,
them
I
or
will
something.
not do that to my coworkers. That was just left for my guy friends in high school when I was very immature. No, that was grade school.
Huh?
Middle school.
Oh, middle school. Okay. Whew. I was like, if fifth grade Kayla did this, you are evil.
I think you said it was like 8th
But
grade.
fifth grade, I did have to go to gang classes.
To what?
Gang classes?
You mean like DARE or like...
The hell is gang classes? Welcome to Gang 101, see?
Summer Stories by Kayla.
Is it like what to avoid?
Listen, I just told you. It's Summer Stories from Kayla.
No,
Kayla's
so I know
Corner.
what this is. Calling it gang class is crazy.
That's what it was.
We had to go after school. Now, was this obligated for everybody
No.
or mandatory? It was like if you were showing
No.
signs of this behavior,
I'm just going to have to say, you remember those Adidas jackets back in the day? Harmless. Well, we had Adidas jackets, a group of us, and that's all that it was. But there's more to it. But
okay. So is it like if we're doing like Grease and John Travolta's? Like
right. And they thought because we had Adidas jackets, and I was, of course, the ringleader, that we had to go.
This is the whitest thing I've ever heard, by the way.
Well, this is what happened, and I'm only going to be, you know me, I'm just transparent.
The streets of Spokompton.
Tell you.
Well, I'm proud of you for getting a follow from Carmichael Day. That's a record
I
time.
thought that was enough for breaking news.
Dave is classic with you don't ask Carmichael Dave to follow you either because he'll refuse to do that.
Oh, Alan made that mistake.
Yeah, no, he refuses. I've unfollowed and refollowed Dave probably like 7 times over my career to remind him that he doesn't follow me. And I'll do it just every once in a while. When we weren't working together, boom, unfollow and then refollow the next day. Just like, hey, remember, I'm still here.
So you finally got a follow.
It took forever.
Does Alan have a follow?
I don't know.
I think he did eventually get it.
Wow, that's good.
Okay.
Again, record
All right,
time.
we're moving up in the world.
Yeah. How about this, Kayla? You got it significantly faster than Alan did.
Okay.
And almost a decade faster than I did. So it speaks to your status here. The respect or fear that he has, it's important.
Faster than me, too. I don't know.
You didn't insult, but you actually complimented his outfit today.
I thought it was fashionable.
And did you see how much that affected him?
It did.
I think you have power.
Ooh.
You have power here. Power over Carmichael Dave. Relax. Go to gang class with those guns. Don't bring those guns out. Those gang class guns or whatever you just talked about. Kayla's.
Oh, I also put together a Grease play. Yes, I did. And
you were one of the. What are they called? What are the pink ladies?
Mhm.
That's what they're called.
I put together the whole play.
And the guys with the T-birds.
Correct.
You directed it?
Yeah, and choreographed it for a talent show.
Oh, okay. So, all right.
Dork.
What? Theater's dope.
No, it's specific. It's specifically Grease.
Grease is
Oh,
great.
that's such a good movie.
Dork.
Grease is wonderful.
I was Olivia Newton.
What's a Grease lightning? Or you were Sandy?
Mm-hmm.
Of course you were. I had to be the main character. I'm Kayla Anderson.
Dork.
Michael goes, were you the head of Pink Ladies? Yes, Michael, I was.
Well, you know what? You know what you don't have? You know what you don't have?
He's shutting me down real quick.
You don't
folks.
got this. The mini-season champion.
Goodness.
The reigning defending mini-season champion. We'll update you on how our mini-seasons are going. Spoiler alert. Yesterday was terrible for all 3 of us.
Oh, bad.
We'll recap how our 3 teams did in our mini-seasons coming up next before Crosstalk with Whitey Gleason and Alan Stiles. You're listening to Matt and Kayla on Sacktown Sports.
On the move? Got somewhere to be?
Take Sacramento Kings basketball with you. The Sacktown Sports app will let you stay connected to your passion. Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with the Sacktown Sports app.
I move mountains for a living. Literally. That means I don't carry hand lotion, and when it comes to serious heartburn, I don't mess around with anything but Rolaids. Rolaids' dual-active formula has calcium carbonate and magnesium hydroxide that relieves heartburn fast. Yeah, you heard right. 2 actives for that powerful relief. And the best part? The roll fits right here in my pocket, so I can get back to moving mountains.
Rolade spells powerful relief. Read each label. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
DQ presents the Blizzard Double Flip Deal. For a limited time, when you buy 1 Blizzard treat, you get a second for just 99 cents. That's 2 Blizzards, 2 spoons, 2 flavors, and 2 flips. So don't miss out on the Blizzard Double Flip Deal, available only for a limited time and happening now at DQ. Because the only thing better than a Blizzard treat is a second Blizzard treat for just 99 cents. It's a deal to flip for. The Blizzard Double Flip Deal. Participation may vary.
Capital Casino is conveniently located in downtown, 411 16th Street, and has been a part of the greater Sacramento area for over 20 years. They offer the best variety of games in the region in a safe and friendly environment, and there's plenty of parking, all well lit and monitored by security. Come have a great meal at the cafe and restaurant inside. Capital Casino has the best food, the best service, and the best action. But please always remember to gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
Country in the Park is back. May 8th and 9th at Cal Expo. Miranda Lambert. John Party. Chris Young, Turnpike Troubadours, Dylan Scott, and more. Line dancing live DJs, mechanical bulls, huge festival area, and food trucks. Tickets start at only $68. Country in the Park, May 8th and 9th at Cal Expo with the California Highway Patrol, Fox Family Heating and Air, and Tacovas. More info at CITPFest.com.
To infinity and the ballpark. Join the Sacramento Rivercats for Toy Story Night on Saturday, April 11th, and then bring your best furry friend to bark in the park on Sunday, April 12th at Sutter Health Park. Get your tickets at rivercats.com.
It's Matt George and Kayla Anderson on Sacktown Sports 1140.
There is now a new dancing gif of me going around that I am not a fan of.
You guys have got, if you're on X, go check out either my Twitter or Matt's, or Sacktown Sports just retweeted it too. This is Matt earlier when he was doing the World Cup songs.
I was dancing to the Brazil
Brazil
theme.
one. It's you guys need to use it as your gifts.
I stand by those dances.
Well, now we'll just have it as a looping video we can always call back to.
Okay.
Exactly. Oh,
So-
and thanks to Chris a lot for.
So there is a gif of me dancing on the Sacramento River that
Are you
from
serious?
the old music video. Yep.
Baby, I'm a double
Are you doing like the high step? Yeah.
So that gif exists. There's now this gif, and then there's this that Chris Watkins made when they were making remember our announcement graphics?
Yeah.
There's this. Now I'm going to show it to both of you, but it's going to be under the camera.
Oh, geez.
I don't
We can't.
I don't want.
Oh yeah, no, I remember that.
This has
yeah.
made its way around the office, and Chris Watkins made this, and Chris Verlaud has this, and at some point it's going to see the light of day. I'm not going to be the one to do it.
At least describe. Okay.
No.
This is what I'm going to say. There are things out there in social media now that they've decided to go to, like these websites or these sports accounts.
Mm-hmm.
And what they do is they put a picture, and then in bold print, they say like a title,
like the headline, or like a one word.
Right.
Like traded.
So this is what I'll give you guys a hint. This is what the headline says with Matt's photo in it. Then you guys can run wild with it and
It is
do
a
whatever you want.
word to describe me
Yes.
or about me. That's not true.
But maybe once was. Well, absolutely once was.
Yes. Not for a long time. Kayla. Maybe.
It's spiritually true.
What?
Even if it's not true, it's spiritually true.
Huh?
Like you're not, but you are.
Very much not.
But like you are.
Anyway.
Do you know how to Dougie, by the way?
No.
Oh, maybe you should learn. I think you might be good.
Well, you're sitting down, so it's a little hard to.
There's specific thing. I mean, I could give it a try, but it would not look good. It would look like a pool noodle lost in the wind. Anyway. But I am.
Oh, yeah. Okay,
your
here we
reigning,
go.
defending
We got to knock this down from him.
World
Kyle.
Series mini
Well,
seasons
let's
champion
find
of the
out how
world.
we did yesterday, Kayla.
Well, none of us inched closer to that.
Okay, in our mini seasons game, our 5 teams which we drafted yesterday. Actually, we'll get to that a little bit later. I picked the Phillies
Yes.
to defeat the Washington Nationals. Duh, right? I mean, come on.
Yeah.
I would have said duh.
Come on. I mean, that's easy. It's cake, right?
So too.
No, the Nationals defeated the Phillies yesterday 13-2.
Oh my gosh.
13-2?
They have
13
that
to
much
2.
offense?
In Philly.
That's bad.
In Philly.
That's bad.
Okay, what random national? Because the only national I think I know now is James Wood.
I think James Wood probably had to have a big game,
Well,
right?
his
You
wood
would think?
His wood in terms of the bat was going.
Just you knew what you were doing, and you still went for it. And I'm uncomfortable.
James Wood was 1 for 4 with 2 walks yesterday and an RBI.
And they scored 13 runs?
Yeah, apparently Luis Garcia Jr. had 3 RBIs.
Oh, my God.
And then someone named Dalen Lilly had
Not
2
Damian
RBIs.
Lillard? Is it his brother?
Dalen Lilly.
So it's not even remotely close to the
I
same
kind
thing.
of thought it was because it came to my mind. I thought I was on a roll.
You have 2 strikes with the board.
The board is trying to check you. All those reasons you said you forgot your Cheez-Its earlier, all those excuses, they're coming back around right at 1:30.
So I got a big L yesterday. The Phillies getting smacked by the Nationals. Kayla, you picked the 3-0 Miami Marlins against the Chicago White Sox.
I was feeling good.
I mean, come on.
But
they
mine's-
swept the Rockies. The White Sox should be no problem, right?
Right, and mine's the least run differential between the two of you guys that lost.
Well, yes, but
That's a victory.
all
right
I
there.
saw was the White Sox hit a grand slam
did.
in like the second inning or first
Yeah.
inning or something like that.
Back-to-back games, by the way. They did it in the game before, too. The White Sox did.
The Marlins lose to the White Sox 9-4 yesterday. So Kayla is also 0-1 for this week.
I stink.
Man, so did we do run differential, or are we saying you got to beat the champ to be the champ?
Well, I guess run
I
differential.
think when it goes to the all-time, if there's like a tiebreaker, it's decided by that, right?
I think we'll do run differential. Probably. I kind of like to beat the champ to be the champ, but I am, of course, the champ, so I cannot make that decision. Because anyway,
you made the rules just to benefit you. I'm Whitey Gleason, man.
Whitey would smoke all of us in this
Nope.
game, I believe.
Whitey
No,
doesn't
I just think
understand
it's random. Like we all had a good process
Whitey
yesterday.
doesn't understand the rules. Blue Jays were Kyle's team.
The worst one.
Kyle chose the Blue Jays over the Colorado Rockies. Again, Kyle's strategy has been whoever the Rockies are playing, I'm picking.
But I get it. I get the strategy behind it.
Especially when it's the team that should have won the World Series.
The Blue Jays, who swept the A's, who came back after giving up a grand slam, who walked off twice against the A's. Those Blue Jays lost at home to the Rockies 14-5.
Who scored 14 runs on the Rockies? I only know Hunter Goodman.
And if they did it, surely it's like, okay, that happened at
I
Coors
know.
Field where you bunt the baseball and it goes 400 feet
I
at
know.
Coors Field. No, this happened in Toronto.
It's wild.
Apparently someone named Ezekiel Tovar had 3 RBIs yesterday. Bunch of guys with 2. Some guy named Braxton Fulford hit a pinch hit home run.
All right.
Welcome to the MLB.
Well, we all did terrible. We all are 0-1 so far to start this week. So, hey, the slate is clean. And we now I have the Mariners, Mets, Pirates, and Twins to pick from.
Okay.
Kayla has the Braves, Brewers, Tigers, and Padres to pick from. Kyle, you have the Dodgers, Astros, Yankees, and Royals to pick from today. So,
What's mine again?
Kayla has the Braves, Brewers, Tigers, and Padres.
Okay, Tigers.
So we'll start with Kayla. Why don't we start with Kayla? Your teams that are available to pick today. You have the Braves against the A's.
Yep.
You have the Brewers at home versus the Rays. The Brewers are 3-1. And you have the Padres versus the Giants.
Okay.
And you have the Tigers at the Diamondbacks tonight.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and who's on the bump for the Giants tonight?
The Giants have
I'm looking right now.
the Giants have Logan Webb on the bump.
Okay, I'm not gonna actually pick the Giants.
You mean the Padres?
Padres. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna roll with the Braves tonight. I'm sorry, Matt. I don't know yet if the A's are gonna break through with their winless streak.
Well,
the A's have someone named Aaron Savali pitching tonight, so I like your chances.
Savali.
Savali.
All right.
I'm going with the Braves.
Kayla picks the Braves over the A's. So
I'm sorry about the fins up too, Kayla, but I think the rule now is we're learning that the powers only work when I pick the Marlins.
I guess so. I'm gonna stay away from the Marlins from now on out.
Okay. Kyle, who are you thinking for your game tonight? You have the Dodgers, Astros, Yankees, and Royals. The Yankees are looking for revenge against Kayla's Seattle Mariners. You have the Astros, who are not in action tonight, it looks like.
No, they play the Red Sox, I think.
Oh, yes, sorry. Yes, the Red Sox are at the Astros. Thank you, I missed them.
I'm saving the Astros for the A's on Friday, let me tell you. I'm thinking I'm going to pick either the Dodgers or the Yankees, but I want to know where you're going because I want to pick the Yankees the day you pick the Mariners.
Oh, okay.
So that way we can do a little head-to-head.
I'm not taking the Mariners to beat the Yankees twice in a row, so I'm not doing the Mariners today. I think I'm going to do...
Logan Gilbert on the mound.
I'm going to do the Mets over the Cardinals tonight.
Okay.
Then I will go with the Dodgers over the Guardians.
All right.
All right. And Kyle's got the...
Dodgers over the Guardians.
Guardians versus Dodgers. All right. So tonight...
Oh, it's got to be better, right?
Surely. Someone's got to win.
Yeah. Can't go
Someone
0
can
and
win
3.
something.
Like the 0 and, what is it, 4 athletics?
That was not necessary. That was hurtful.
That was. I'm sorry.
We didn't need to go there. The only winless team remaining in Major League Baseball, and Kayla chose for them to lose again tonight.
Shoot.
Also, it looks like Lawrence Butler's on MLB Network right now.
Hey, shout out Lawrence Butler.
We don't have it on here. We
Yeah.
both turned.
You both
Not on here.
Definitely. My overall record so far, defending champion.
Oh, okay.
2-2. Kayla is 1-3. Kyle is 1-3 so far. Hey, all slow starts to the season. Plenty of season left.
Exactly.
Slate's clean. But one of us is a champ. My nice.
What I'm learning is outside of that first game of the season, we all just suck.
Yes.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
He's pretty much riding on that first game of the season where we all should have just taken the Yankees.
The fact that we went 0-3 yesterday, Phillies versus Nationals, Marlins versus White Sox, and Blue Jays versus Rockies is nuts.
It was karma baseball for us.
Nuts.
Well, I'm 1-3 on the season, which is telling me you can only trust the Finns, baby. That's the only team you can trust.
Couldn't trust them last night for Kayla. Kayla took your advice and got spurned for it.
Yep.
Beat by the Sox.
Oh my gosh. He figured it out.
What?
Oh, someone saw it was a little too close. You didn't hide it well enough. You didn't hide the phone well enough.
Chat and Sean figured out the bold words.
Yeah, you need to go a little lower, Matt. Just a little lower when you were showing your phone. Like lay it flat on the table.
It's not true.
But spiritually, it is true.
No, it's not true.
About the funniest thing.
I have a child.
Yeah.
Well, now the audience still doesn't know. You're giving it away now.
God dang it, Sean.
Oh my gosh, Sean. That's hilarious.
Do something else with your time. But thanks for listening to the show.
Really funny.
You did this to yourself.
Well, I was trying to do a bit, man. It's Chris Watkins' fault. He made it.
That's really good.
What a day it's been.
It has been a day.
It has been a fun day indeed, and the day continues because coming up next, we got the Drive Guys. Whitey Gleason, Alan Stiles join us in studio before they take over. Hey, 2 full shows in a row for the Drive Guys.
Woo-wee.
They got. I wonder
Give
what
that
they're
trophy over.
Hell no, mine. Looking forward to talking to the Drive Guys. They join us next here. Matt and Kayla, Sacktown Sports.
On the move? Got somewhere to be?
Take Sacramento Kings basketball with you. The Sacktown Sports app will let you stay connected to your passion. Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with the Sacktown Sports app.
A's fans, the 2026 season is coming fast, and single game tickets are on sale now. Be there for an exciting season packed with theme days, giveaways, and firework nights, including bobbleheads, jerseys, hats, and much more. And getting in is easier than ever. Tickets start at just $8 for select April and May games. From opening day to unforgettable summer nights, there's something for everyone at the ballpark. Get your tickets today at athletics.com/tickets and be part of the excitement this 2026 season.
Power Business Technology is proud to be a 100% independent, locally owned and managed Toshiba copier dealer. Local ownership cuts out the red tape, allowing ourselves to never be too busy to personally answer the call when our clients need us. Recognized for excellence in service execution, training, and customer service, we're proud to be named a Toshiba ProMasters Elite Dealer since 2021. Contact us today for all of your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729 or visit us at powercopiers.com.
When you take the time to shop at Folsom Lake Honda, there's one thing you'll always find. Happy people ready to serve you. As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too.
Looking to own or lease? During the spring sales event, drive a brand new Accord or Civic. Visit us today at FolsomLakeHonda.com, your one-stop Honda shop.
Folsom Lake Honda, yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
This is the story of the one. As a procurement manager for a hospital system, she keeps every facility in her network stocked and ready. That's why she counts on Granger to be her single source for thousands of products, from disinfectants to lighting, air filters, and more. And with fast, dependable delivery, Granger helps her keep every facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRANGER, click Granger.com, or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
Talking about guns with others might not always feel comfortable, but it could save a life. Here's a way to start a conversation. Your family is going over to your neighbor's home for dinner for the first time. How would you ask if there are any unlocked guns in the home?
Hey, we're so excited for tonight. Before we come over, though, may I ask if there are any unlocked guns in your home?
Our guns are stored securely, locked in a safe that the kids can't access.
Awesome.
Learn how to have the conversation at agreetoagree.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
It's Matt George and Kayla Anderson on Sacktown Sports 1140.
Alan Stiles is here. Whitey Gleason, where you at?
Wow.
The day I need the musician's not here.
Alan's showing off his new blazer, but Alan's stepping into big boy.
We can't share it. Where are you? Are you Whitey today? Just Alan Stiles today.
Oh, it was? Okay.
Hold
so
on.
it's your solo today, eh?
Alan's getting
Solo Bolo. Whitey will be back. But yeah, it's just your boy and Jay today. It's going to be a guest fest. It's a lot of fun.
Oh boy.
I'll be tuning in.
Okay. So I'm bummed Whitey's not here, but you still are some would say music prodigy, music aficionado.
Yeah, sure.
You got a natural ear for music. I mean, you also understand the importance of music for themes, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Events.
Have you heard Jelly Roll's World Cup theme song? Like
no.
So
no.
So
Alan, just imagine it's any Jelly Roll song.
Yeah.
So I'll play for you just a small snippet. Okay. This is the official World Cup theme, according to FIFA, that the U.S. as the main host country has put out there. This is the USA theme. So
that's for soccer?
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
This is just Shabuzi in a different dimension. Just the same
not
song.
Wrong.
Sure.
You're not
the same
wrong.
song.
In the full song, it's crazy because this immediately goes into a musician from Mexico rapping in Spanish.
Okay, all right.
Beat.
Yeah,
sure. It's a hard pivot.
Yeah, I mean, okay, I can see. At least that gets us closer to where we probably should be, I guess.
But it doesn't work when you're doing a Jelly Roll song.
So,
but then listen to what's happening.
Other countries, as you can imagine, not too big on the theme.
Okay.
They're like, this doesn't sound like World Cup. This doesn't sound like soccer. So a lot of these other countries have taken to making their own themes, right? France made one that was pretty good. But Brazil's, I heard this morning.
Okay.
And I am now a Brazil soccer fan. Now, the question is, do we play the whole... It's 50 seconds long. Do we play the whole thing, or should I just skip to the end part just so he gets a taste of it?
Let's just do the whole thing.
All right. So here is Brazil's World Cup theme that they made. Well, it's by a Brazilian artist called M4IA or 1A or whatever. IA.
Brasil!
Soccer players' names.
All their names. This is their roster. And then the famous one.
Oh, yeah.
That's nice right there.
Yeah.
Well, to me, it's just, I always think of these songs as the promo, right?
Yeah,
when you're
exactly.
playing soccer.
Yes.
So if
Exactly.
I'm watching highlights of soccer, the Jelly Roll song, I'm not going to say what I think I would maybe imagine people doing, but it wouldn't be soccer.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
So when I heard the Jelly Roll song for the first time, what I thought of, and I know you understand like this element of kind of telling the story in the broadcast, I can imagine a intro video to that beat and that theme, not to hype you up for a game, but to like welcome to the World Cup, almost like an opening ceremony.
Yeah.
And it's just different clips of there's Messi, there's Neymar, there's all these
Right.
big
Yeah.
moments. Oh, goal! And they overlap. Like I can imagine like some, but if you're playing that before every World Cup match, I'm bored out of my mind.
That's a hockey intro in Nashville, Tennessee, right there.
Sure.
That what that is,
Nashville
the
Predators?
Jelly Roll. That is
Honestly,
that is what it is.
They could have used that, honestly, for the World Baseball Classic.
You're exactly
that
right.
would have worked for the World Baseball Classic. I
No,
think that
you're
would have
right.
been good.
The pace and everything.
Yeah. You know, Aaron Judge walking to the plate. I could see that,
I
but
can too.
soccer, I don't personally see it.
Would you like a Brazil kit with me, or would you like to be a Brazil fan with me just based off the theme alone?
I'm assuming that Panama did not qualify because it is rare when they do, but I already have my Panama kit, so I rock that.
What made you like? What was?
Oh,
the
my mom's
Panama?
from Panama.
So your mom's
Yeah.
from Panama. Okay,
So
I did not know
that's
that.
a kit that I rock.
That's cool.
At all times.
Nice. I like it.
Panama's theme would have been dope too.
Yeah.
So France has also made one. It's good.
It's
not
good, too.
It's not as good as Brazil's, but I'm sure other countries are going to have their different ones that are starting to come out. But
I do want to let you know. Did you know who Cal Raleigh is?
I know he got benched.
No. Let's not focus on the negative here. Let's focus on he came off the bench last night in a situation where they needed him to come through. And the not one-hit wonder Cal Raleigh shined on that mountain, and he hit a walk-off.
He did. He
to win
did.
it for the
Maybe
Mariners.
he's better as a bench player. Maybe he's better. That's where he's better
that
suited.
being the takeaway is crazy.
Maybe, you know.
At the end of the year, we're going to revisit this conversation.
We are. I don't know if the Giants play the Mariners this year,
I don't know either if they
but
haven't
we
looked
got to
at the
check,
schedule.
and we'll
Okay.
put something on the line.
Everyone plays every team every year.
We'll put something on the table.
Congratulations on your first victory.
Thank you.
I mean,
That's huge.
Boy, it got scary there at the end, huh?
Yeah, Ryan Walker. But hey, you know, it's no
win's a
coulda, woulda, shouldas.
Yep.
You got it done.
2 in a row. Logan Webb on the bump today.
Let's just get through one. Let's
You
just
got
see.
one.
Yeah, let's just take it one at a time. We're okay. But I did want to tell everybody we have a very special guest, a couple
Pack show.
very special guests today. We got Cam Salerno at 2:30.
Nice.
We have Will Scott, head coach of the Stockton Kings.
Oh, cool.
At 3 p.m.
Nice.
as they start their title defense tomorrow night. So that's at 3 p.m. We have Jake Gaden at 3:30, and we have Bip Roberts at 5:30. So it's a heck of a show.
Have a loaded lineup.
You guys are jam-packed.
A heck of a show.
And he brought us cake.
Well,
That's right.
Alan did not physically bring us cake.
You're eating the cake because of me.
And isolate
everyone else.
that.
And everybody else that was.
Everyone else
had their birthdays.
Yeah,
on
but I'm
last
part of
month.
it.
You are.
For
well,
May, we want a gold-plated cake.
We?
Because, we are May babies.
That's right.
There's a lot of May babies in here.
May babes.
Mm-hmm.
Between on the weekend of Friday, July 17th to Sunday, July 19th, you two will be sworn enemies because that is the lone time that the Giants and Seattle Mariners play this year. It's a 3-game series in Seattle.
In Seattle.
It's to kick off the quote-unquote second half of the schedule.
Okay.
I like it.
Also, Alan, Panama is in Group L. At
I
the
told you they
World
were
Cup.
in it. I never doubted.
You just said
Now,
they
that
weren't.
doesn't mean group loser, right? Like,
wow.
we don't want to.
Who else is in that group?
Play the sound, Kyle.
Oh, that would have been 3.
I've gotten 3 today.
Oh my goodness, that's a golden sombrero. That's
But I had
like
some good
the
ones.
board
No,
liked
the board
it.
liked it.
Okay,
The board
and I had
saved
some
you.
Good things earlier. I had the euthanized.
Yeah, she said you don't want to overuse Christian McCaffrey and then have to euthanize the horse or something like that.
Yeah, so if you keep working the horse, eventually you got to euthanize him.
Man.
And then what did you say in the same segment? Oh, Kayla told us, again, this is a story for summertime, but apparently she had to, in grade school, go to what's called gang class.
And I guess we'll just pick that up in the summer.
To be determined.
Okay.
To answer your question, Matt, Group L consists of England, Croatia, Ghana, and Panama.
Oh, we're good. We're out of there.
Just got to get in the top 2.
That's right. England. Panama and England.
There we go.
Let's go.
Just got to beat Croatia, who I think was in the semifinal or maybe the final.
That was a long time ago.
When does that start up again? This summer, right?
The World Cup?
Yeah.
Yeah, in June.
In June. Okay,
Yeah, we're
so
going.
Just want to make sure it's June.
We are? To
Live
Levi's?
reporting. Live show.
You want to go watch Austria versus Jordan at Levi's?
That's right.
I'm sorry, the matches at Levi's are not very
Doesn't
exciting.
matter. That means there's easier access.
Yeah.
Player interviews, huh? Let's do it, huh?
That's the kind of energy you're going to get with Alan Stiles and Jay Johnson on the drive, guys. No Whitey Gleason today, but that's okay. A jam-packed show full of guests like Alan just laid out. Stick around for the next 4 hours, and Kayla and I will be back with you tomorrow at 10 a.m. We'll see you then. Have yourselves a great Tuesday.
Peace.
Stay up to date on Sacramento sports. Join the Sacktown Sports 1140 newsletter. Visit sacktownsports.com.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks